Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello, this is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our fearful producer, is here.
How dare you?
Hello, Sam.
Hello.
How are you? No, I would say that you're less paranoid than I've seen you.
Been working on it.
You've been working. When you're really, really busy, you don't have
Too
time
busy
for
to
the
be
paranoia.
paranoid, yeah.
Exactly. Too busy for paranoia. On news today, they love him, they hate him, they love to hate him, and they hate to love him. It's Seth Petruzzelli.
Why?
Well, you
I don't
covered
know.
everything there.
Just rewind to that cheating story, and I mean,
Oh, come on. Before that,
Well, that's the BDM show for those who haven't
doesn't
heard
make any
yet.
sense. I read one said says ego. What part of my ego had anything to do
slow
with that
down,
story?
Tiger.
You walk.
I just get pissed
Well, I don't
because
wanna-
it doesn't make any sense.
I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't heard the BDM show yet.
okay.
It's a goodie.
It's
Even before any other time I'm on, you're the one that always says, you're ripped, you're big dick rich. And I don't say that shit. You say that shit.
Yeah,
I don't
but
say
you-
anything about myself.
but everybody knows.
If anything, I
you're
make fun of
thinking-
myself.
He's always talking about how ripped you are and your big dick.
Yeah, really.
yeah.
Yes,
He's
sir.
always like, he's ripped with a big
Which
dick.
it's flattering and I want to fuck you, but still, it doesn't make any sense.
Dude,
I don't
already-
say anything about
I
myself.
feel a three-way
Yeah,
coming on.
already. What if the show today? I mean, what a way to flip the brand. If we start the show and a minute in, you're fucking Seth Petruzzelli on the show. Never knew you were gay.
Look, Tom wants to get into the swinging. Seth just said he wanted to fuck him. We know he wants to fuck Crystal.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
We know Tom maybe wants to
Yeah.
see. He's paying to see Tracy.
Tom also is on this.
Oh my! I got logged out.
Oh, Butler's got it.
Well, you
Butler has the login.
Well, that shit is still coming out of our account because I've been
Hilarious.
doing
I got a
so much
text.
SunTrust bullshit that, man, and it is embarrassing when they go in there and they're reading transactions and they read OnlyFans, motherfucker.
Oh, they read it back to you?
Yes.
Ooh.
They.
I like how he looked at me like
'Cause
it
he
wasn't
doesn't
real.
know.
forgot it.
He looked at
I
it
forgot
like
it was that credit
Did you
card.
see how serious that got? Somebody fucking
He
clipped
forgot,
that.
yeah.
He forgot, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, Daniel doesn't touch our
That's
business
right.
stuff." Oh, he did this week because Daniel had to stay on hold with fuck you, SunTrust.
If you work for TD Bank, please
We need
contact
you.
us. We want to move to TD Bank.
TD Bank, we're TD.
TD
We
Media,
love
TD Bank.
TD, love TD's, TD Bank.
And this is how little I know about banking. I was asking Samantha, I'm like, they're local, small-time bank. And then she's like, nope, national, huge bank. I'm like,
International.
Yeah,
International.
international.
Are
yeah.
they big? I thought they were small. I thought they were small.
God damn it.
You're both being racist, and you're conjuring up Banco Popular.
So, speaking of Seth's cheating story, and
It's a good one,
a
too, man.
huge
Holy
announcement that we are making. It'll be on Monday's BDM show.
Yep.
Or if you're in the BDM group, you can go back and watch the video now. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's in there.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
could
we
go
did it
over there.
yesterday on Facebook Live on the BDM page.
And the announcement is the very first thing we talk
Yeah.
about, but we'd like to leave that for BDMs only for right now, at least.
the very first thing was the pee-pee problem.
Oh, that's right. The pee-pee problem.
But then
yes.
there was the announcement,
Which
then
you did
cheating
it.
story.
Oh.
Dan did a test today.
I did a
so
test
we
today.
think we know who it is.
I went into the bathroom. I did what I normally do, went straight up, and then just started looking at all the signatures on the walls while I was hearing water. Right, that's how I tell that I'm in the bowl.
Oh.
And then I looked, and there was nothing on the floor.
So, okay, well, that's not, well, you could do it, pee in the bowl one time, and then
Right,
accidentally
that's
pee
true.
on the- you
No,
know
no,
what
no,
I'm saying? That doesn't prove anything.
Who likes routines around here? This guy. Who doesn't have any routine? You.
Yeah, but-
most likely to piss all over the place.
I have a pee-pee routine anyway. You'll hear it on the BDM show.
Do you dab?
No.
Butler used to dab.
Yeah.
He tried to
That's a
get me
British
when
thing.
Butler was here. He tried to get me to become a dabber, but I dug in, died on the
Dabbing
hill.
the pee-pee? Like,
Died on the
hitting
hill.
it?
No, like dab with toilet paper. Like
Dab your dick lips.
Yeah,
What? Like a
Butler,
woman?
Yeah, Butler will
Well, so there's no drippage afterwards.
It's an uncircumcised thing.
You ring the hose.
ring the hose. Nobody rings the hose.
I ring the hose. It's like ringing the towel. I ring the hose.
like this.
I squeeze it from the base and work my way up.
to
and
get the piss out of
to
it.
get the last piss out of it.
No, are you serious?
Okay, you have to leave the show now.
Swear to God.
Well,
Really?
nobody does that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
bullshit.
grab the
Really?
bottom of your dick and squish the
Yeah.
last
Yes.
squirt out,
And then
and
shake
then,
it, shake
and
A
then,
squeeze,
to make sure it
and
gets
then
out.
ring the bell.
To make sure it gets out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
a
God.
big D thing, I think.
Yeah, I can't do that.
yeah.
Squeeze it out.
That's in case I go get
Yeah.
a blowjob
I look
after
like
a pee.
I look
just
like
have
I'm
to-
trying to eat the inside of a pomegranate.
You ring the hose. I pinch the nose.
You don't pinch the nose. That's why you. Never mind.
Yeah, the name of the show is Ringing Hoses, Pigeon Noses.
And I guess. Also.
This is where we do the announcements.
We have a BDM Appreciation Week coming up in April. So
I'm getting one of the gifts delivered today.
Oh,
that
cool.
or the one I told you about.
So if you are not a BDM plus, and
I'll say what it is. It's an OLED Nintendo Switch,
we were talking
the white one, the new
Oh,
one.
okay.
We were also talking about doing a lot more BDM only events and kind of making up for the past 2 years and doing some mini stuff for just BDMs only.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not a BDM, you should sign up. Not only for the Appreciation Week coming up, you can win cool prizes, but
Like an OLED Switch.
a lot of cool private parties that we got planned.
That shit's got an Ethernet port in it.
Also, the side chicks, which have done as far as for charity more than
Any man has ever done.
Yeah. And they are doing another trash pickup at the road they adopted.
I'm going to this one finally. This
Yeah,
will be
you
the
going?
third one. And yeah, Andrea and May are heading out there, and Maisie demanded that I go. And I've had other things to do for the other ones, and I haven't been able to make it. So this one I will be at.
I actually am watching my boys on Sunday. Maybe
Bring
I
'em.
could just take them.
They
Although
can hang with May.
they
May-
do not like charity. I have to
yeah.
trick them into telling them we're going to
Silly.
a trampoline
I know you
park
can.
or
I know you
something.
can get one of them there. If
There's
you
an
just,
arcade in the mall.
If you just waft,
Oh, yeah.
If you just waft a little of your sweet meat pockets at one of them, you might get him to tag along. If you just hold,
There's a Chile's.
Yeah.
Right there on the road as well.
take him to Chile.
They're the meetup. Everybody's going to meet at the Oviedo Mall at 11 a.m. on Sunday, March 6th. So
like
if you
that.
want to participate in the trash pickup,
That's cute. It is a little embarrassing to say that on this. This is an international show, and when we say stuff like this, we sound like Garrison Keillor. It sounds so fucking podunk.
So
Meet at the mall, pick up trash.
Pick up trash.
Sorry, I'm just trying to be stupid.
I made a terrible mistake over the.
You got real
That does
serious.
2
not
days
sound
ago.
Yeah,
right.
you got real serious all of a sudden.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Okay, and let me
You wake up every morning and say that.
let me back up and explain myself because it sounds crazy if I just tell you what happened, and I want to tell you what I've been thinking lately, which led into what happened.
Do I know any of this? I don't think I do.
No. So, anyway, let's start with my son Tommy. Right? The goddamn sweetest boy I've ever met.
He's a good boy.
Sweet and smoky.
Yes.
Yeah.
He just generally a nice, caring, sweet
Yeah.
boy. Like,
yeah, he's just a sweet kid.
and I know a lot of people say that about their kids, but I just feel like Tommy or Max and Maisie, like most kids are sweet and caring for the most part.
They're sweet, but I would say Maisie and Max are both a little more aggro than Tommy.
Yeah,
right.
and that's
A little more
why
aggressive, a little more forceful.
I worry about Tommy because
see that.
in his nature is he wants other people to be happy before himself. He doesn't want
People
to.
pleaser.
Yeah, he's a people pleaser,
is.
and he doesn't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
No.
He'll
Very
never,
much like Daddy.
Yeah. Like usually kids just are kids, and they'll hurt your feelings just by brutally.
Oh, yeah, kids are the worst.
Maisie's so fucking mean to me. Do you know every
You're
afternoon?
fat.
Yeah, no, I get worse than that. It's like your butt is just. You know what? It's just disgusting. I've never seen anyone with that much acne on their butt. You're so gross, Dad.
The
Why
other
is she
kids.
seeing that?
They'd be like, why are your teeth so yellow?
Yeah.
God damn. I literally will just. That's a great. You know what?
Kids are so rude.
Seth Petruzzelli, my friend. That is a great question.
Okay, well, I don't
in
know.
5 seconds of me in my own private closet, standing there changing privately, and she just appears and just bullies me like, "Ew, you're in here, yuck!" You know, it's
I
just
gotcha, I
like, get
gotcha.
the fuck out of here.
It's my room, damn it.
Yeah, kind of like that.
So the kids are not
everywhere.
meaning to be dickheads. They're brutally
Blunt.
honest, and they
There's no
don't.
filter
yeah.
there,
Yeah, there's no
yeah.
filter.
Blunt.
So, and that's how most kids are, but not Tommy. Tommy will
Living with Maisie's like living with you, I think, a lot. Like, she's very blunt. She'll just tell me what the fuck's happening. I'm like, God damn, Sam. I mean, Andrea. I mean, May.
Oh,
So-
no. I'm not as blunt as Maisie. I don't think.
May's pretty blunt. Yeah, actually, you're nicer than May. You're nicer than May.
And I'm only saying this because I'm gonna get you in my mindset of being worried all the time that the goddamn horrible world is going to fucking crush Tommy because
it
he's
will.
too nice. He's too sweet.
And not the case for Maisie, who Andrea is in our chat room right now, twitch.tv/TomandDanLive. She told Andrea that her makeup was, quote, gross.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a quote.
Yeah. And most kids are just, they say it. But again,
Tommy's not that guy.
Tommy's so sweet. Anyway, so I constantly worry about like bullying and then like other kids like
Taking
fucking
advantage
with
of
them.
them.
Well, you
Yeah.
mentioned it a couple times about like middle school and stuff. You're like,
Yeah, I'm
Robbing the
terrified
lunchbox.
about
I've heard
Middle
you
school's going to be. oof.
that's what he's mentioned. I've heard him
yeah.
mention that a couple times.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Anyway,
So to prepare him,
well, yeah. I do.
Well,
it's
you
hard.
You got to get him some guns.
get him in karate.
Get him some guns.
I know. Well,
Even the kids in karate, they make fun of my feet.
make fun of your feet.
Why,
I like that Seth
What
is
do they
too,
say? What
too
do they
much of a
say?
pussy. He gets bullied by the children
Yeah,
at his dojo
You do
club.
have weird looking
Well,
like caveman feet.
Well, and they get worse when you seiza position, which is a seated, traditional Japanese seated position with the
Your
legs
feet
under
look
it.
worse when they're moving.
My feet get squished, I guess, and the toes go just straight out.
Big old
and they
Flintstones.
turn a different color, and the kid goes, "Ew, what's wrong with your feet?"
I like that.
Yeah, but I don't take it.
What do you do? Kicking
I said,
him.
oh yeah, I said you're gonna like him even less when I kick you in the head with them.
Take a lap,
threatening?
Javier.
No, I don't threaten.
You send him for a lap.
No, I just say, oh, that's what happens when you do karate for a long time. I was like, that's
That's
your
not going
motiv-
to make
that's
them
your
want to do
motivation.
karate more.
Yeah,
This is what happens if you just stay in the sport your whole life.
You'll be sad
I
like
got to
me.
quit this shit.
You'll turn disgusting.
I don't want Donald Duck feet.
Your ears and your feet.
They're Ninja Turtle feet. They like. I told them Ninja Turtle feet. They like them because like Ninja Turtles. I'm like, yeah, you get cool Ninja Turtle feet.
My feet like pizza.
Ninja Turtle feet are not cool. They're disgusting and bulbous.
yeah, well,
That's like saying it's cool.
But
you
you
know,
can-
like a cat's dick. Not cool. Not cool.
But with bulbous comes great balance. They gives you great balance because they're
Bulbous
wide.
and balance.
Ninja Turtle feet and ears like the Elephant Man.
Look who's talking.
I know. I think I mean,
Oh,
Wait, are
that's
you going to
complicated.
drain it? Are we draining it today?
Oh,
did
if
you bring
guys
a
will get
needle?
Did you tell me to bring a needle? No, I don't
I
have
got
a
a
needle.
paper clip.
We got a knife.
No, I need a needle. I can go to Publix and get a.
Yeah, go to Publix and get a needle.
right now.
They sell needles at public.
Yeah,
They sell everything
Yeah,
in
you
Publix.
ask for a diabetic needle. They're cool. Usually they look at you. They look at you and they're like, "What do you need it for?" I'm like, "I'm draining an ear." I always have to explain it. I'm a wrestler. I have to drain.
Just show
ears.
them the ear. They'll
Yeah,
know.
look at my ear. They're like, oh, yes, sir.
Either that or I just rate. No, I won't fucking the needle. No.
Give needle
What do you
to
think?
monkey
He
man.
wants testosterone.
Exactly.
So, anyway, there's been this thing happening for the past, I would say, half a year or so, where there's, I've heard Tommy and Max talk about it, and Tommy said that there's been a kid and maybe other kids calling him pussycat.
Oh,
And
no.
yeah. So okay, and then I'm like,
Braxton
well,
called Maisie Poop Eyes,
well,
and she punched him in the face.
My God.
Yeah.
Poop eyes I'll take because that's the
Oh,
kid
she
that-
cried, though. She's like, I do not have poop eyes. They're blue.
The
She was a fucking, oh.
and I'm like, are they saying pussycat, or are they leaving out a word? You know, but I'm
Right,
worried
right.
about
Is it
that.
like, what's up, pussy?
They're trying to get around.
Yeah.
They're calling him a pussy.
They're fucking doing the
they
Howard
are.
Stern, the
Yeah.
cock-a-doodle-doo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're doing the, what do you call this? A cock, whatever, on the
Like
radio.
if you had a dog named Stains.
Yeah, they're doing goddamn
Stains.
90s radio, and they're trying to get away with it by saying,
Yep.
oh, no, we said pussy cat, not just pussy.
Yep.
But I'm like, those fucking motherfuckers know they're calling
All
him
right,
a pussy.
so who do we got to fight, Tom?
Yeah.
I'm down.
But I don't, but he,
I like Tom. Tom only fights 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
but then
They're
he
tough
says
in
no.
packs, they're tough.
He's like, they're saying it to everybody. So then I'm like, why is it? They're just
Would
a bunch
you
of
put
kids.
this
I don't
in
know.
the same classification as the time he had the rocks in his lunchbox and you asked him about him and he was like, no, they like me. That's why they're doing it. Are you picking up on a hint
Yes,
that maybe he's like,
Yeah.
because you do this, by the way. You do it where I'll go like, hey, that motherfucker's trying us, man. This like, there's no example.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
just
coming
making
at
stuff.
me, bro.
I'll be like, these guys are coming fucking at Tom and Dan, bro. Let's fuck them up. And you'll be like, no, I don't think they're doing that. And normally they're not.
Oh, you're thinking the best of the situation. Which
I
probably
always
not.
go in
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
we got to go to the mattresses.
But
let's fuck them up.
And he's not saying it like, oh, they're bullying me or no. He never like I'm lucky.
How did it come up?
He just
Does he care?
It came up. He doesn't care.
Okay.
And so that's what
Nah, he says he doesn't deep down
I
subconsciously.
know, because why did it come up? Is my
It mattered
thing.
to me when I got married. I didn't think I cared too.
I
when
think
was a little
Max
kid.
can.
And look
because
what
Max
happened to Seth.
emotional because then
No.
Max,
Do you want him like me? No.
Oh, so
hold
Max
on.
is sticking up
So
for
then
him.
That's
the
the intel you
so
need.
the other day, then Max, like he was coming out of the shower, and then he's like, "Hey,
Look at my
kid-
balls. Look how big they are. They're
was
bigger
gonna
than yours, you F-word for gays.
And he's like, some of the kids have been calling Tommy the P word,
I'm going to bring your guns to school. I'm going
See,
to take
Max
care of them, Dad.
knows.
and then.
Oh, Tommy's too sweet to even realize it's happening.
And then I'm like, the P word? And then I'm like, wait, but are they saying
How do they know the P
pussycat?
word?
That's
My
what I
God.
know. That's-
Maisie does not know
because
the P word.
kids say
Oh, yeah, dude.
everything, dude.
Yeah.
Just because your
But
family doesn't
he-
mean these other trash kids are. You're in Castleberry. They're saying pussy.
But he doesn't know it's a slang for like
Right,
a slang
right.
for vagina or anything. He just knows that somehow
It's a bad word
We
or
said it's
whatever.
bad.
in this,
he doesn't know
even
what it
in-
means.
In this connotation, I think it's more for being chicken, right? I mean, really.
Yeah. He's
You
not
know?
Being wimpy or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, even
Then-
technically on radio, you're allowed to call somebody a pussy. It's still a derogatory, yes.
Yeah, and so anyway, and then I had the conversation with Tommy about it, and Tommy's like, "No, they like his kid calls
So he
every."
explained it away.
Well, he's like he calls everybody pussycat. Anyway, so
Oh, it's like his catchsweetie, like Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Pussycat.
It's
Like, hey, what's
when-
up, pussycat?
It's like when you got
Pussycat.
old Italian men that, hey, bellissima, bellissima.
So
Hey, sweetie.
this story is actually not about Tommy, but I want to get you in the mindset of how I've been feeling,
sure.
and so I've been extra sensitive because I've been like, "What the hell? Like this early? They're saying like pussy? Like goddamn!"
It puts you on tilt a little bit.
Yeah,
It
like
does. As a dad, it
second
does.
grade, first grade, I guess, it's like, anyway, so I'm like, what else are they saying? It's been in my head,
Yeah,
right? That
yeah.
like, what else are my sons exposed to, and what are these other kids saying? Anyway, so the other day, me and Max were sitting in the kitchen, and me and Max, we like to fight, right? So I've been teaching him how to box. He's definitely more into boxing and jab, jab, punch.
Yeah.
And uppercut, and I know what I'm doing. He got little miniature boxing gloves. I'm
You're
like,
gonna get him. You're
I'm
gonna
like,
hurt.
I'm going to teach you good old American fighting.
I
not the
Bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah, you're not going to be throwing any rice punches in this house, if you know what I mean.
I guarantee you don't even have their fists right. Or something. You're gonna have them break their thumbs.
First
or
thing you
something.
got to do is
I
you
know
got to
that.
Guarantee
tuck
them.
that thumb so you don't break it.
I know.
Exactly.
I teach him how to the stance. I'm like, bend your knees, get your plant foot, put your hips
You
into it.
gotta
Max
stick-
can throw a punch.
You got to stick your gut out there. Stick your big old belly out.
You pull your pants really, really
Pull
high.
your pants right under your titty.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm basically grabbed Max by like the back of the shoulders, and I'm shaking him, right?
Look, he's already got a broken collarbone before.
You would
Relax.
think you've already
Anyway,
learned your
we
lesson.
play rough.
My God.
And so I'm shaking and whatever, and then all of a sudden he jerks away from me, and then he says, "Get away from me, homo."
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm like,
it's happening.
And then I'm like, Max, I'm like, hey, you cannot say that word. I mean, and so I'll tell you what I was thinking.
Well,
I'm thinking
say
that
sapien at the end.
that other kids of the PE or some shit have been
sure.
saying that
Yeah.
because I remember when I was a kid,
Of
like it
course.
was thrown around the
The
whatever.
F word, yeah.
And then he doesn't even know what it means.
Right.
He knows that maybe if like kids were wrestling and then one of the kids says that to another kid,
That's
and
also
that's
kind
what
of a throwback, right? That's like a
Yeah.
87, 88,
Yeah.
man. I mean, good on you.
So I'm like, holy shit. And so anyway, so that's what I'm thinking, that he picked it up. He doesn't know what it means.
No.
He's just saying it because he's mimicking other kids, right? He has no
Yeah,
idea
that's
what that
what's
means.
gonna happen
But
with all of your kids.
There's no way he knows what it
No,
is.
no, but I need to use it as a teaching moment to
Sure.
tell him like that's a
Absolutely.
horrible slur, a horrible word to say.
Did you
and-
see his face when he
What?
your face? Did you see Tom's face when he did that? I've seen him correct the boys before, and that's a face you won't see in here very often.
Well, because I'm serious.
Yeah, you
I
were
don't want him
serious.
ever to
Yeah, I've
say
seen
that
you do
word,
it.
and
Yeah,
I want him
yeah.
to know how serious it is,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to use it as a
Good.
teaching experience or whatever. So I'm like, Max, you can never say that. That is a worse. That's worse than the F word. Because that like is a horrible thing to say.
Yeah,
blah
yeah.
blah. And then, so then Crystal hears me, telling Max that, and so Max is just listening to me or whatever. And then Crystal walks up, and then Crystal's like, "What happened? What
why
did
are
he
you
say?"
being such a homo, man?
And then, I told Crystal, I'm like, he said homo. And then Max like, no, I didn't. I said Homer. And then he's like, but thanks for teaching me a new bad word.
He's literal Bart Simpson.
And
He
then
is literal Bart
I realized
Simpson. Your mind went to homo. You're the homophobe.
I was shaking.
You're Homo Simpson.
Oh, you're choking him out like Homer
like
chokes
Homer
out
Simpson.
Bart.
Oh,
And
you
they've
were.
been watching The
That's the
Simpsons.
stereo. Yes, that's the.
And then I said, well, today's the day I taught my son a homophobic slur because he didn't know that before.
Oh
and
my God.
And it's fucking 2022. The kids aren't saying that at the goddamn playground. It's fucking the future.
Yeah, you're right.
That shit
It's a
was happening in
throwback.
the 90s in
That's a
my
throwback,
head.
yeah.
And that shit isn't happening here. And then I'm like, oh my fucking God. So then I'm like, well, do I just like... Now fucking Max knows that word, and I'm a goddamn...
Yeah, but
I
you told him
fucked
not
up.
to use it, and then it's bad.
he won't use it.
I know he won't,
He
but
won't.
because they're good about knowing. But anyway, he didn't know that before, and then I told
When you
him.
were explaining it, he didn't ask like, well, I watch Homer on The Simpsons. Like, he didn't say anything.
They never explain. By the way,
Well,
I mean they don't.
But when I came off so aggressive
You
at
scared
first,
him.
that I scared, and that's what Crystal said, that I scared him and being like, oh, like he was confused.
Right.
I do that to May sometimes.
Max
I-
also has like a speech thing where he doesn't pronounce his R's, so it sounded like it to me.
You
Neither do
homo.
the Japanese.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, because he has the tongue thing.
Yeah, like the other kids in class call him, or they say he speaks with a British accent because
that's fancy.
yeah, because he kind of has like a tiny British accent when he talks.
Get away from me, you homo!
Well,
Anyway.
he can get away with the F word because it means something different in Britain, so that's fine.
I was
That's
like,
hilarious.
I was like,
Jesus.
why?
This
did
is why
I-
it's so hard.
I
This is
shouldn't
why
have
it's so hard to parent.
I shouldn't have even assumed. I should have said, "What did you like?" I should have
Right.
confirmed before.
What'd you just say?
It just
Where'd you hear that word? And then it'd be like, Homer? The Simpsons.
in my mind, it made perfect sense that I was grabbing him, and then in PE, some other kid was doing the same thing, and then he said, He said that, and like I played this
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
scenario, it never happened. I just played it out of my head, and
Yeah.
I was like, "That's exactly what he said." I should have
Your
fucking questioned
confidence
it.
got you again.
Yeah. And also, growing up in the '90s and thinking that
Also, your hearing's bad because that
yeah,
nodule's
yeah.
closing up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, at least you didn't give your daughter your old cell phone with your old autocorrect in it, and she types something to your wife, and it ends up... Maisie texted my wife from my old phone, and it just said, "Fuck you." That's all it said. If Andrew would like to call in and weigh in
Oh,
on
man. What was the response?
this... I know what my response was. I had to take a minute. I had to go in the other room and lay down for a second. But that's what happened when you're just like, you wipe the phone clean and everything. Like, because she doesn't even know that word. She doesn't even know what it means. That is derogatory to say it. I mean, she
knows the F word, though,
right?
right,
But
yeah.
she doesn't know what it means. Is what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh
no,
my
no.
God.
Oh, and that's a lot of, the kids know all the bad words. They just don't
they hear
know
'em,
what
yeah.
it actually means. But
They're like,
they know
I
it's
hear
bad.
it, but
yeah.
I know you're not supposed to say it.
Anyway, fucking Seth, you're gonna have kids?
No.
All right.
After all this,
You really
I
don't
come
want-
in
I
here-
thought you wanted
No, I
kids.
do. I do want kids. Of course I want kids. No, I do want kids. I've said that I want kids.
We just got to find a.
I'm like halfway, not trying, halfway try. I don't know. I'm messing around a little bit.
Wait a minute.
Taking some chances.
It's like
really matters
I can
what
pull it
you're-
right now, but I'll stay 1 second longer. Okay.
What about your girlfriend though? Where does she stand?
Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever happens, that's how it happens.
That is how it happens.
Yeah, but it hasn't. That's why I got my my little swimmer's check to make sure.
'Cause
So
when
I was
you're-
like,
when-
I guess it's been like 5 years when I've been doing this and nothing's happened. So.
I did the same thing, and I swore that there was something wrong with me because everybody said there's no way that like a regular pull-out method would work that long.
It's never you, it's them.
It worked for 10 years, and then people are like, no way, it's impossible. And then when we actually tried, we ended up having a kid. So it
It works good, yeah.
All right,
you,
we got
if you can time it.
Andrea online too
Oh yes.
to confirm the text message.
Hey babe. Hey babe, can you hear us?
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, fuck you.
I had to go back in the messages and find it, and then I giggle laughed when I found it. It was only just in November, and I think she's trying to learn how to spell. She's also using the voice to text thing on her iPad, and I don't know what she was trying to say, but it came through. Fuck you. I was like,
Yeah. It's pretty awesome. It's like what you woke up to.
I think the voice to text is what kids are going to be using because when we kind of banned them from making comment or from like talking in the chat, but the kids play Roblox and when they were
How's
talking.
that going? Because Maisie's asking about certain games. How is Roblox?
That's our favorite game now.
Roblox is where it's
they
at.
stopped playing Nintendo Switch. It's all Roblox.
All right.
1 hour a day, every day.
Wow.
And but we eliminated the chat because I didn't even know they were doing it until remember like Tommy was talking to other people and people in France. There was
Oh man.
What do you think of the war? What do you think is happening? Senor Tommy!
What's up, Senor Homer?
He wasn't even having conversations. He was just yelling what things he like. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't
The
talking.
N-word? Yeah, that's what most of them do.
Anyway,
Every little kid I play Roblox with yells the N-word.
but he was using voice text easily and preferred to use the voice text, of course, easier. And it makes sense to me that like the kids will grow up just doing voice text.
Yeah, they talk to Alexa, right? Like May will come down and she'll be, she'll turn Alexa living room light on. She'll put her music on, put the TV on, go make her breakfast. It's nice. Not bad.
And I'm on the I don't know where I'm at with Fortnite yet. What do you think, Andrea? Because
You don't want to ask me because I say just do it.
they know about guns, and they're playing the Roblox version of Fortnite, which is the same shit. And then I kind of familiar with Fortnite. It's just a bunch of people shooting each other.
With cartoon guns
Yeah.
and building
Yeah,
forts.
with like fake.
And then I'm like, whoa, is that? I mean, how bad is that?
What do you think?
Stop being one of those parents that worry about that stuff now. That's why everything's so
I don't know.
soft.
I haven't done my research on like any of those games, like Fortnite or Roblox, so I could not give you an educated answer if I would be yay or nay on that.
What's your gut say?
Well, May plays Animal Crossing. She still plays that.
Right.
What else does she play?
That's about it. And then she'll do Mario. So
Yeah, she'll do
she really
Mario.
hasn't gotten into any of those other ones. So
My son said,
I don't know. I mean, I think you need to really, you know your kids better than I do, and I think if you're in the room or if you
in the room.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the room. I like a set it and forget it scenario.
This is when I sit on the couch and scroll TikTok.
Yeah, I'm trying to finger my wife.
oh my god.
Also, I got them Animal Crossing, and they said too much reading, more shooting.
Just give it to him. It's fine. Jesus.
I,
We're with way
Hey,
worse,
I love
man.
you.
Okay, I love you guys. Have fun.
Yeah, thanks, babe.
you say that, but in
Oh, that's what I see now, man. I never knew it until I started teaching kids how the parents are just
too
coddling the
overprotective.
ki- Yeah, it's not even helicopter. It's like tank parents where they like instead of just hovering, they're like, oh no. They're like very very controlling. It's too much.
See, but I feel
And I
like,
see that in the kid's psyche. Like when I what it does. Like it just, I don't know.
Like, I'm all about giving my sons independence, but then it's like, should you give them independence on a video game that about shooting each other
I think
and
you can
interacting
wait.
with other like kids older than them?
I think
don't
when
know.
you get double digits, I think like 10 is a good age to.
Oh, that's too long.
I
they want it
understand,
now.
but-
How old is he? Wait, how old is he? Were they?
6 and 7.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they're-
Yeah, I just
So
feel
young.
like, man, that's young. I do feel like it's young. I'm trying to remember when I got it.
I mean, I was playing Mario and stuff when I was 6 and 7, but that's about.
Yeah, I wasn't
we
allowed.
were playing
to,
Contra and stuff.
Yeah, Contra.
like-
We had guns that looked like guns with those little
Yeah,
rolly
I
things
did
that
have
shot.
guns
Which,
Yeah, we
look
also
like
have
guns.
school shootings now, Seth. I don't know
Yeah.
if you were familiar.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do
So?
with having guns when you're a
No,
kid.
I know.
That's insane kids.
Well,
That's a
and
mental health
parents,
issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
Bad-
these insane
bad-
kids are ruining it for everybody.
There's a,
family structures.
yeah, but anyway, it's
somebody said Doom. Doom was horrible.
Yeah.
Doom was
Although
really
I
bad.
wasn't playing that at 6 and 7.
Yeah,
though.
I got
it was
into
alright.
video games are a luxury. They're not a luxury now. You know, like video games when I was a kid, if you had a
Oh,
setup,
yeah.
that was like very special. And a lot of people had them. They were very popular, but
Now
not
there's
now.
barely any households that don't have video
Correct.
games.
Like even like Canadian Josh was on our show this week, and he was like in his man cave, and you could see all of his like guitars hanging around the room. And you look in the corner, and he had an old Nintendo, an Xbox, a Sega. You know, he had everything over there. You know, and that's
TurboGrafx 16.
That's just one person I know. The TurboGrafx was dope,
I had
man. Did you?
I was like the only kid that had TurboGrafx.
Who had Neo Geo? Did anybody have Neo Geo?
No.
And then there was Jaguar. You remember the
that. I remember
Jaguar?
I remember Neo Geo being like the anomaly hardware that only a couple kids
Like
had.
rich kids had Neo Geo.
Yeah.
They're like, my dad got this in Japan. I'm like, your dad goes to Japan? My dad's just a dumb bumpkin. My dad just sells bullshit. Your dad goes to Japan? Holy shit, you got a fancy dad. My dad can barely read.
The only international location he's ever gone to is the Bahamas on a cruise. Like most Florida
My dad
dads.
thought the fanciest we'll get is duty free. That's it. We're the duty free denizens. We'd never go to any like passport. What the fuck is that?
But then I look back and then I'm like, there are certain things that we did in the 80s growing up that is probably not good for our
Sure.
development. And then I'm like, well, let's take out those, but then give them the things that made us more confident and independent. I just don't know which one's which.
Okay, here's
And which
That's going to
one's
be a
trial
personal
and error.
decision to curate.
and
Here
which
is-
one's trauma compared to actual like a healthy independence.
You're not going to like this answer, but
No.
this is the only times that I've seen kids playing these first-person shooter games or third-person. I think this one would be considered third or whatever. Anyway, or these battle royale games. The only people that I know that do it correctly are the people that do it with their kid. And it would be like you and Tommy and Max all sit down and you play it. That way you are explaining everything, and the only time you're doing it is with them.
Okay, so I like we could play, but it's got to be with. At
Least at first
Yeah.
for a while, right?
Yeah, for a while until
That like
because
you
that
can have
way-
a beer, but as long as you have it with me.
Yeah.
No, I'm being dead serious
That's
because I
next
think
year.
that's fair. Because if you see anything like a homo scenario where something happens that you don't necessarily like, the only way you're going to be able to shut it down is if you're watching it, right?
Well,
It's unlike you don't want to get into this Roblox thing again where you're like looking over and it's all like these dead Roblox characters everywhere, and you're like, I don't know what he's doing.
Well, that is the difference. Like because
play it.
the chatting with other teens and adults
You
that
don't
play
need
that
that.
game, I don't want.
don't
Like
need that.
for sure, I
Definitely
don't
don't do that, yeah.
definitely not that. But just the aspect of the game of shooting and killing, like I'm just like, nah. Like they know there's not going to turn them into a fucking violent person.
well, especially if you're there to explain
I
anything.
mean, you're
if they
letting
have
them watch
questions.
The Simpsons. It's fine. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
agree. I agree.
Itchy and Scratchy's really violent.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
it's very cartoony as opposed to shooting, throwing grenades. You know,
but
like,
if you see-
They
And a lot
shoot
of-
and throw grenades on Itchy and Scratchy.
Yeah,
They
but
saw
yeah,
their
yeah.
heads off.
It's a cartoon cat.
Isn't Roblox cartoony?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Isn't
I'm
it like
the
Fortnite,
Fortnite.
it is.
Like, it's,
Fortnite's cartoony.
Yeah, it looks very cartoony.
but it's actually a
Wow, it's like-
man.
yeah, but the gun looks like a weird thing. Like you can make
Oh.
it a little more,
Like
more.
candy cane?
It is certainly more whimsical than Call of Duty.
Yeah,
You know, it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like that. It's not like a military simulator. It's not like they're dropping into a current conflict or something. It's like they're in a
Yeah.
season and they're dressed like G.I. Joe or Snake Eyes or look at this guy, he's dressed like Deadpool.
And then, even like Call of Duty and stuff, like this is not gonna make them anyway, right? It's not gonna wire
that's
their
just it.
brain and do. It's like
They already have to have something going on in there for that to like.
Yeah. I think you're okay with no chat and with you playing. I think you're fine.
So the chat is the worst part of all this.
I just wouldn't even implement that.
And it's like
That's why Nintendo got it right. With most of their titles, there's literally no chat
option. Yeah.
I love it. I love being able to play and not have people bother me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like people in game yelling horrible things. I don't like them even talking. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're a distraction.
Unless you're communicating. If there's like a military game and you got to like flank people, yeah, I get it. Or football, like or something, you're cooperative. I get it.
Yeah, Leroy Jenkins stuff.
But is that a dumb old man thing where our kids like, because Tommy did like the chat on Roblox.
Yes.
Like he was using it a lot. Just saying he liked talking.
That
even
is
though
dumb
the
old man.
It's just like a super cool concept, right? You could be talking to anybody in the world on the internet. Just like we did with ASL when you went on the internet, AOL back in the day. It's just like, holy shit, I'm talking to potentially somebody in another country, you know?
And he was watched.
That doesn't mean it's good, though.
Yeah, no, 100%. But he's watched YouTube gamers, and while they play, they talk.
They chat, yeah.
And so I think
he's mimicking it,
mimicking that. It's like that's how they watch other professionals do it, and they want to talk and play.
I have his mic linked up to you in the other room. Pretend you're somebody else. Just and talk to him.
Oh, well,
you and Crystal make different voices.
Catfish your own son.
Yes.
Make it hyper elaborate. Don't just sit with him and play the game. Make it hyper
elaborate. Then I befriend him. I'm like, hey, Tommy, meet me outside to see if he goes.
Trick him.
And then I'll be there, and then I can, because he doesn't see you. And then I can
you kidnap him in the
Hey, I'm just a normal old man who likes giving free sausages to kids. I just happen to be driving my van through your neighborhood.
Little Smokies.
Hey, I'm the Hillshire man.
Oh man.
See if he falls for it.
Then you know you got issues.
That's not fair. That you're baiting him. Nah, you can't do that.
Then I sit down and then Chris Hansen him in the living room.
Why would you do that? Why? Tell me why.
Didn't we tell you not to talk to strangers?
Who were you talking to?
You see the bloody Hellcat? Would you get in that?
You do know there's not a real Hillshire man, right?
Seth is behind.
Well, they've seen that car, Seth, so you can't use that one.
They see my car?
They've been in your car.
Oh, I forgot you.
They smash pancakes in there.
That just shows them that you can't trust even like close people and relatives. They're like, no, you're worried of everybody.
What if I told you that? What if I told you that Tom's wife did a sexy photo shoot in your car that you've never seen?
No,
that you've never seen.
On the hood
if you really did, that'd be
inside that you've never seen.
I'd be very upset that I didn't know about it.
I got nervous.
Yeah,
I got nervous. I got really nervous.
All right, let's take a break.
Take a break.
And let's come back and let's do some news. We got some other things to talk about. Got some dump them out topics. I got some questions for Seth.
I love it. Have you heard of the hip hop and rapping artist Mosley Wada?
I have not.
Well, you are. You're about to. The name of the song is Basic. It's my pick of the week. It's awesome. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan momentarily.
Why you fucking with that? Dirt cheap, soapbox, snake oil, smallpox, airborne, firstborn, birthright. Why you fucking with that? This side, that side, conquer, diva.
I don't know what I did or how I did it, but I did something right.
Yeah, I like that song. That is Liana Firestone. Brand new music. Smitten is the name of the song. There's actually another song that connected to that. She edited it off for the radio edit. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. So on the BDM page, I saw someone put up one of these I don't think it was UFC. It's some under company or whatever, but it was basically a fight card.
Ross put it up.
Oh, was it Ross?
He was clowning him.
Okay. So it was like Kevin Ferguson Jr. fights whoever, and that's Kimbo Slice's son, right?
Oh, I did see that. Now,
it's official celebrity boxing. So
I thought that this was I thought it was fake. I thought that was just something that they put up. That's how quickly I was reading. They put it up and I saw it and I was like, oh, that's just fake. Kimbo Slice Jr. Ha ha ha. I thought it was a joke.
Yeah. So then in the comments, I saw Seth comment, I was going to fight Kimbo Slice Jr., but it never went through. And then I was like, we never talked to you about that.
Baby Slice.
And so what was this now?
So I got it. This actually, the owner and promoter called me like probably
Bitcoin Rodney.
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
This is being presented by Bitcoin Rodney.
Hold on a second. You know Bitcoin Rodney? Can you get us an interview with him?
I don't know him, I guess, but I've talked to him.
Can you give me his number? Oh my God, dude, this could be huge for us if we get Bitcoin on here.
I'm not joking.
Part of it.
That's more funny of a name than me and you could ever come up with. Who's putting what promoter is putting this on?
Bitcoin Rodney.
Bitcoin Rodney.
That is the best thing I've ever heard.
I get hot at here. I laugh so hard at that.
I got nervous because he said we didn't talk about pay. We talked a little bit about it, but he's like, and we got some things going on in the crypto world that we can.
Yeah.
He's
gonna doge you.
I don't know anything about
Bitcoin.
that shit. I already did. I bought that and I've already lost like $1,000.
Don't buy that.
Well, I bought it a long time ago. I was like, I'm gonna hold this for the long run, and I'm down like $1,000. Only time I ever did anything investing like that.
So
anyway, he called me like over a year ago.
Does he call you on a normal phone, or does he use like a future phone?
Actually, I don't know how he even got my number. It was good. It was.
That guy's in the web, dude.
He texted me and I was
He's
like,
got everything.
"Who's this?" I'm like, and he's like,
Rodney.
Yeah, and he's like, got this promotion. I think you've heard of it, Celebrity Boxing. I'm like, yeah, of course I've heard of it. He offered me a fight against another rematch, Rico Rodriguez. Do you guys remember Rico Rodriguez? My fight. He's a
Rico Rodriguez.
He was a UFC champ.
He beat you.
No, I beat him.
Oh. I was taking a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
But he was on. He was
You'd
actually
have 75% chance of winning.
Yeah. He was on.
You're right.
He was on Celebrity Rehab as well as a bunch of other things and stuff like that. Anyway, they offered me a rematch with him, and I said, "Yeah, I'll do that. That's fine." That kind of fell.
I thought you were out of the fight game because
I
you're
was,
worried about your brain.
But I want to take these.
We need fame.
Like the
fights.
novelty.
The novelty.
It's still
fight.
coursing through your veins a little
Yeah,
bit.
well, and then the way his rules were
boxing. I mean, he's still old Ricky Rodriguez.
It's a 1 minute round. So I figured
old Bitcoin's looking out for you.
Yeah, and it's with big gloves. So if anything,
big, humongous one. They're like the size of love sacks.
Yeah, and we're in fake sumo outfits that blow up.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. We're not.
And there's a Velcro wall.
So. Anyway, he said, well, maybe if we have something else for you in the future, I'll let you know. He called me about, this was like maybe 2 months ago. He said, hey.
So
how would you feel?
Bitcoin again.
He's like, how would you feel against Baby Slice? I'm like, that's fine. I'm like, what are we talking about money-wise? And let's work it out. I'm down. And I'm like, what's the rules? What's this? What's that? He's like, all right. He's like, I haven't put this by him yet, but I'm going to put it by him, but I really want this to happen. I was like, okay. I'm like, let me know.
What kind of money we talking here? Like,
he literally didn't say any money. I told him what I wanted to get.
What did you want?
I was at least wanting 30 grand.
30?
Yeah.
No, that's a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, for how many rounds? 3 1 minute rounds?
3 1 minute rounds.
$10,000 a minute now.
God damn.
Sorry. I mean, I'm training for 8 weeks for this fight.
No, I understand. You take it seriously.
Would you train?
No, I mean, I would do the same thing I'm doing now. I would stop drinking.
So the answer
I would stop drinking for 3-4 weeks.
You've been drinking?
Well, I mean, on the weekends, occasionally I'll have 1 or 2 beers.
Why do you even have to stop that? It seems like
that
wouldn't hinder you at all.
It's mental at that point because I'm
that
like,
means,
no, I
to me, that's not drinking at all. That's zero.
You're sober. Completely sober.
We did have a karate test a couple weeks ago, and after the karate test, I do have like 5 or 6 and a few shots of sake too. So I did drink
at the dojo with the
after at my house.
Remember he invites the kids to
Remember, I invite the kids to the house.
Yeah,
and there's a karate tournament tomorrow. That's why I got to leave here. We're going right to Wesley Chapel for karate tournament for tomorrow.
Wesley Snipes?
Wesley Chapel.
And then a kid's sake party.
Make sure to stay for the kids' sake party.
So he said he was going to get back with me. Kind of didn't hear back, and then eventually he's like, I don't think he wants to do it.
I think he
priced
priced him out.
No, I don't think it was that. I really think that he didn't want to.
Yes.
I said I would negotiate. I'm up to negotiation. We could work something out.
I saw that.
So he said he's going to still keep me in line for
Daniel, bring up the and it'll be look up Kevin Ferguson on TMZ because they just released a story and they showed video of him like sparring in the gym or whatever, and he would stand no chance.
Plus,
he looks like
he's about 25 pounds lighter than me as well.
He looks like
everyone has a puncher's chance.
He looks like this looks like a radio promotion. It looks like any other celebrity boxing where they do about 6 weeks of boxing training and then they put a highlight reel together, and we watch this.
Right, here he is, a little.
Look, tell me if you wouldn't kill this guy.
Here. When everybody know I'm taking a little break from MMA and we're hopping in the celebrity boxing ring. Leave in the comments what celebrity you want me to box against, man, so I can knock some of these boys out. Celebrity boxing, I'm coming, baby.
Slow.
Yeah, I was about to say he's fast.
Oh.
No.
Do you know anything about fighting?
He's not even putting his hands up.
No, but sometimes you do that for the cameras where you're not going killing it. You're just flowing,
Right.
you know.
Flowing.
It looks like
Flowing.
it is.
flowing.
Yes, is he in my?
amateur
I'm not being conceited at again, but or at all. But I do think that I am better than him. Yes, I think I have better hands. Than
I
him.
want to
think I
see
could beat
you
him.
fight the oldest son from Malcolm in the Middle. That's what I want.
Francis?
The one that went to the army.
Yeah.
Francis. Thank you, Sam. Good memory.
So I've
actor
ever
that-
watched one episode of that show.
Oh, that's a good show.
You know, it's
better than
good show.
better than Breaking Bad.
What's odd is that they even give him
Agreed.
a option based on like Bitcoin Rodney sounds like he knows how to put together a promotion.
Oh.
And the person he's fighting, I don't even know
notorious
his
He's some guy from The
BTC.
Bachelorette.
I don't even.
He
Yeah, I
was
don't
a
know who he is.
Bachelorette contestant. Iggy
really?
Rodriguez.
Yeah, like so maybe someone who's a fan of The Bachelor.
I'll fight both of them at the same time.
But how good of a
Call up Bitcoin.
That's all mine. I'll
You
text
got
him
his
right now.
number?
Yeah, I got his number.
1-800-Bitcoin.
Sam, call him. We'll get him live on the show. Let's broker the deal.
like
You.
I mean, how good of a
versus-
like it would be great entertainment for the guy that like ruined Kimbo Slice's career,
Yeah.
and eventually it led to his death. He fights his son,
So
and his
him-
son tries to get revenge
So
on
him
you.
and the guy from The Bachelor will
I'll watch
fight
that.
you and a very special guest. You'll have a helper, which will be Midget Mac, dressed as Kimbo Slice, but with a little powder on it. Goes to Slice, mini ghost. I don't know.
idea.
It's a really. Okay.
But that now you're thinking like Bitcoin.
I'm trying to get my head wrapped around what Bitcoin Rodney does.
Because this shit is just about the most entertaining thing they can
Yeah,
put
yeah,
on,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And he said that he's gonna look for me. They're doing a new thing called celebrity grappling or celebrity wrestling.
Wait, that's
no,
what they do
grappling.
in the pornos. I've seen that.
Yeah.
You lose, you fuck.
Yeah, you get fucked. You get pegged. If it's a guy, I get
Those
pegged.
are my favorite pornos right now, by the way. The
I would do that rule.
Involved fights.
Either I win for 30 grand or I lose and get pegged.
Like, well, celebrity grappling's not fun. Like, you
No.
want to see someone get knocked out.
Yeah,
or-
I don't want to see two old celebrities pulling on each other's wigs. Stupid.
Now,
This is
what-
ideal. I
what-
said I would do it for money. All right.
would you fake it? And I'll explain. Like, would you if they said we'll give you 30 grand, but you have to like make it go like 3
Yeah.
rounds before you try, like because you obviously are a better
You got
fighter.
to Roy Jones it a little bit.
Yeah.
You got to dance around.
If it's 1 minute rounds, 3 rounds, yeah, I might do that.
What if
yeah, I
they
mean, for
say,
the money? is-
What if they say
Yeah.
full payment, but you got to let the midget knock you out?
No,
yeah, what,
I
yeah,
would
what
never
if-
take a
Little
loss.
person, little person.
not even for
Well, how much? Yeah, how much?
65 grand
No, it had to be over 100.
to take a loss.
Okay.
In a
Depends
goof?
on the who.
30,000, you don't lose, but as you're winning, your pants fall down. And he goes,
Like yeah.
Just
Something funny.
Is it the King Hippo thing?
yeah, exactly.
All right, let's do some news. Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me get his thing. All right.
99 MRIs trying to prove he's gonna die. The CT is kicking in with every new hit at the gym. He laid out Kimbo with an attack, but the Russian won't call him back. And we all forgot about that fight. Just won't prove for long he's gonna die. It's Seth Petruzzelli with your douche bro news. Narps.
News today brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
Oh, we finally got it.
Do it law firm.
Goddamn.
So I chose this first story because deep down, this is really what I wanted. I don't want to do what he's doing, but I want to make a lot of money for doing nothing.
Everybody wants to do that.
Oh, of course, but on OnlyFans specifically.
Yes,
because I just don't want to do that because I feel like professionally that'll ruin.
Yeah, professionally, it's weird to have Truist read back your charges too when OnlyFans is listed as one of them, and then you have to confirm it. Yeah, that's me.
But that's the great thing about making money doing nothing is that you don't have to do anything professionally anymore.
But I still would always want to do teach karate to kids and adults.
Not me.
Wear a mask.
That would just
not
be
me. As soon as I'm
tattoos, trust me.
I thought of this too.
I thought of the mask. I thought of my tattoos would give me away.
You're gonna hide those with
makeup,
right?
Why are me and Seth thinking the same business? Now I'm getting weird now.
Wait,
because you want to make the money, but you don't want to take the consequences of people seeing your face.
Right.
I'm not worried about him seeing my face. I'm worried about him seeing my tiny dick. What the fuck are you talking about? I didn't see my face. There it is. I see it all day long.
I'm with Daniel. That's what me and the majority of.
I just told Seth I went to wring the hose in the bathroom during the break, and my dick is so small that I pissed everywhere. Everywhere.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah, good point. In the chat, they say that your girl's got an OnlyFans and she teaches at the...
Yeah, but that's different. She's not doing penetration. I want to do something where you make money. She's doing it where she's not making a lot of money because she's not showing a lot. She's showing her, her bathing.
Tasteful nude.
I thought she showed everything.
No, she's not showing it down there.
I want to see...
I mean, I
like it.
I mean, when she does the twirl in the shower.
Yeah.
I mean, but the girls
all you gotta do is
she's not taking a double dong and going at it.
No.
I've
been waiting for it.
Family show.
She's no Savannah Solo.
But if she does want to take a double
but I think if
dong,
she does that, then she'd make tons of money out of it.
Oh, yeah, she'd make 1,000 right here.
That's just...
But then nowadays, nowadays,
the double dong. Why did you use your wizard voice? Nowadays, when people are on OnlyFans, I'm the wise old wizard of dogs.
The wizard of Cosby.
It's a little Cosby.
It's a wizard Cosby. It's good. It's good.
Anyway, so what do
you...
So
anyway, this guy named Gary, he's 24 years old.
It's always a Gary.
And Almeida, she's 77, so she's 53 years older than her little boy toy. They met at Almeida's son's funeral.
I hate old lady porn stars. You guys are young.
Yeah, it's gross too. But now they're raking it in on the cash on OnlyFans. They made thousands and thousands of dollars every month after they joined OnlyFans. So I guess it's just like a niche thing where old ass looking
people
lady.
are into
Oldie
it.
fans.
Yeah. People are into old young.
I am, but only on the old man to lady side. It's only one-sided. It's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird how mine works.
They have no regrets about joining the platform, but they said that their loved ones and their family are less than impressed with how they make the extra cash. So they're not fans of how they do it. That's what I'm worried about, is other people judging.
It would ruin your life.
Would your dad care, Seth, if he heard about that you were doing porno on the internet?
Would you lose any clients, you think? I think you would.
That's just it. I think I would.
I think you would.
Maybe
Really?
I don't know.
I mean, have they Googled your name and seen the other shit you've done?
You know how many times they ask me what podcast I'm on? I'm like, nope, you don't even know what podcast.
You've been walked out on a dog leash. There's been other things on the internet.
That's
the only reason I'll say that I believe that the stigma that comes with our show being uncensored and me saying some crazy shit or funny, like uncensored adult stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like, and this could be all in my brain, but I do not believe it is, but I feel like there are people that treat me a little bit different in the parenting and the professional community. They look at me like I'm a little bit of a fool.
What? Trashy?
Tiny dick fool.
Is there even? I feel no
but
stigma.
I'm sensitive. You feel nothing, and I overfeel.
Yeah,
so
you're
somewhere
right.
in the middle.
It probably
Sam, do you feel like because of your show and this show too, and because you're outspoken and you do podcasts, that people judge you a little bit?
Yes.
I feel it.
And don't take you as seriously. Yes.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, the entire chat room doesn't take me seriously.
But do you want to be taken seriously?
Yeah,
I think for karate they take you seriously.
Yeah. They don't understand there's a difference in how I portray myself here and my real life.
It's funny because maybe I'm taking the feeling of them looking at me like I'm trashy, because I get the feeling of them thinking I'm the shit. like my son's dad's
my
son's
man.
friend's
You really
dad.
think that?
And I'm the cocky one.
So you think that any birthday
more
party I've
than-
been to, let's take somebody we know,
I think
hockeymen,
they're like-
Canadian hockeymen,
yeah.
they're sweet people, lovely people. I met them for the first time through Tom. He introduced me. They're friends of his family. I'm like, you think he looks at you and he's like, this guy's doing it.
So that's in my mind. I think that they think I'm a famous radio guy.
You poor thing. Oh, come here. I want to hold you.
Well, maybe in Castleberry.
Nobody has ever thought that.
King of Castleberry.
I don't think people even thought that back when we were on the radio, and there were a few people that might have thought that.
You guys forget you are still on the radio. 5 days a fucking week.
Yeah, but when I listen,
but it's night radio. That shit doesn't count.
I'm driving home at night from the dojo, and I turn you guys on. I'm like, oh, this is.
I forget about it, and then I have people
night radio is the worst. It's lowest class.
I have people come up to me and they're like, "Hey, man, love ACT," and I'm like, "What?" Like seriously, I don't know. Yeah, like the podcast.
Yeah. Anyway, so you can make some good money.
Yeah, I know, and I really want to do it, but I just can't bring myself to do it.
Why don't you just start with dongs and not penetration? Why don't you just start with just showing your smooth dong, greasing your dong,
because you'll
whacking
still see who I am. You'll still see my tattoo.
No. Yeah, of course, but not your face. Just a greasy dong and a completion.
Like I don't think you'll make enough money because
that's how Simon Rex started.
That's like what Tracy's doing. Well, no, she's never doing that.
What if you only do custom videos?
Yeah.
So then they can only see it if they pay for it.
It'll get out on the internet.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. I'll
See,
order
I'm trying to do what you normally do to me.
Well, I will order one under assumed name, and then I'll release it, but I'll put like some funny music and clown face on you.
Because if I do stuff, I go all the way in. Like the Oculus, I bought that. I bought the grips for it. I bought the additional things.
Yeah.
I bought the stand.
You get the big boy.
How many times have you jacked off with that thing?
I wanted to bring this up to you because I don't know how to download the porn.
Oh my God.
I looked on the search on the things and there's no porn. I put adult content. I put everything. I can't find porn.
All you have to do.
How do you do that?
You just
it's like my dad. Naked women.
And then I downloaded a browser, but I didn't want to type in it on the browser, so I didn't want it remembering that I did. You know,
well, of course it's gonna remember it.
Well, I don't want to. That's why I didn't type it.
Well, you can always clear your history.
Yeah, it still doesn't matter. Somehow they
then
know.
you're never getting porn on
Are you
it.
serious? I thought no,
you have to type in something.
No,
you can't just will it to show porn.
What I'm saying is,
that's what he thought the helmet. He's like, I'll just think about it.
It knows my thoughts. It knows my thoughts.
What I'm saying
shit
is,
his pants thinking.
I want an app. And I don't want to go to an internet browser. I want an app.
No, the app is the device you use. Your
yeah, you have to go. There's a site. What is it called? VR Banger.
POVR.com. POVR.com. That's like the X videos of POV. Trust me, I'm in it now. That's the only way I jack off now.
Because there's a way I read that you had to plug it into the computer and download a specific porn app. Yeah, you can do that. Though.
You can do that. Yeah, you can plug it in, but you need a pretty powerful rig to do what you want to do. But just to get you by,
dude, I saw some guy on TikTok and he had the full treadmill that it had something attached to his back, so he was walking.
Yeah, there's a vest that makes you squeezing. I was looking at that. I was like,
the vest, and then they were showing what he was looking at. He's like going around a haunted mansion with a flashlight. And I was like, oh my God.
It's Luigi's Mansion.
And then he's walking in this fucking treadmill thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, holy shit. Like, that is like way more advanced.
There's a listener of ours that wrote me. He did not want to be identified because he does not want to get made fun of, but he has one of those on order. He has
That's awesome. Why does that make fun?
He gave a lot of money to a Kickstarter, and they're making him this 360 walking thing for his VR. We got a lot of guys that
How much is that?
Thousands. Dude.
Yeah.
$10,000.
The thing is, I wouldn't buy it now. I'd wait for like 5 to 10 years and then get one that's like really, really good.
Well,
because I feel like now this is the prototypes.
Think about it. Like a really good treadmill is going to, like, let's say a Peloton Tread Plus. That's 4K, right?
Yeah, my treadmill's like
so it's going to be at least be that. I would imagine it's at least going to be like $5,000.
And
I think around 5K is what they are running right now.
And it's not mass produced; it's custom made. It's crazy.
There's a slide walk. SJ Designs VR is in there in our Twitch chat room, twitch.tv/TomAndDanLive. I don't know if he's in there watching live on VR, but sometimes he is in our chat room watching live on a big setup, and he has like a stadium you can go in if you have a VR rig. But he says there's a slide walk for $1,000 just as good. So everything's, you're right. Everything's going to eventually, as soon as something pops out that's expensive, they've already made it and smaller and faster, cheaper.
Yeah.
It's
really
neat.
Cool.
I'm enjoying it though. I got a little motion sickness for the first couple days, but then I
get used to
downloaded
it.
a really cool meditation app, so I'm starting to try to.
Which one are you using?
Trip.
Trip is good.
Yeah,
it's good.
It freaked me out a couple times. I had to stop it.
It's
I got anxiety a couple times watching some of the things.
When you breathe out, it makes it look like the breath comes out of your. And when you breathe in, it makes it look like it comes in. And it's if you're high, it'll fuck you up.
You did that this weekend.
That did mess me off. The floating, and I was like, oh,
yeah, it's good.
I felt like I was there.
And then when you have to avoid the rocks.
Damn it! Why did we have him do meditation videos?
Hold on.
Here?
This one
I want to see the big gorilla rip the VR mask off.
Yeah. Now I
just close my eyes and I'm like, I'm sitting in my chair. It's okay.
Did you freak out?
A little bit. I get anxiety.
Hold on, maybe
the videos where
I freak myself out.
Maybe Baby Slice can be. You're afraid of floating?
Yeah, I don't like.
You're afraid of virtual floating.
Yeah, it freaks me out a little bit. Hold on. I did a roller coaster one and I had to.
That one was sick.
I could not stop.
He's the guy.
As soon as we started going up, I had to shut it right up.
Have you done the wingsuit? Jump out of the helicopter?
No, fuck no.
Dude,
I would not
there's
do that
one video where you jump out of a helicopter on a wingsuit, dude, and I swear to God, it makes your scrotum.
Yeah, my stomach.
As a man, it makes your scrotum lift. It's like, whoa, when you go out, you're like, ah. And then these guys are, I think they're Russians, and they are literally navigating a mountain, and when they get done, it's like they've won they look like they could be killed multiple times because they do that move where you get real close to the trees.
The proximity flying.
Yeah. Oh, it's nuts.
It freaks me out, man. I don't know why. Like my mind can't distinguish. Like I still think of anxiety. It gives me anxiety.
Oh, Andrea's always in it. I had to pull her out to reality. I'm like, you gotta come back to me, baby. You gotta come back to me.
It's better in there.
Wake up! She's like, I'm still catching fish. She's playing Bait. That game Bait.
It's better in there for her.
It's good.
Yeah, it's her.
She told me something yesterday.
Lawnmower Man.
She told me that she likes VR, just like what Sam's saying, because there's no Maisie and there's no Daniel.
It's her escape.
It's her
virtual
escape. She said that it's nice because she, and I'll quote my wife, she said, "You motherfuckers leave me alone." That's a quote.
Next story.
So I did this story a couple weeks ago. It's not old. It's relevant from this Olympics, but Olympics
calendar
is calendar year. But a BDM sent it to me, and then I wasn't in for like a week, so I didn't get to say it. I don't know if you guys talked about it or not. The penis story.
We did.
What story was
Where
that?
the guy's
Ross
penis
brought it
frozen.
up. Ross stole that
It was
one,
everywhere.
I think
I know it was. That's why I
Oh,
figured
you
that you
did,
guys
yeah.
would talk about it.
Well, if you figured we'd talk about it, then just pick another story.
Well, that's why I'm asking you, and I will go right to
but
the
don't
next
ask
story.
on the air.
I will say.
Well, I don't have time before I get here right at the last minute.
I will say this. It all seemed like he made a comment, I froze my dick off, or so, like making that joke.
And then people were too stupid to realize that it wasn't real.
Media and entertainment media just started reporting it like he actually froze his member because it'll get clicks. Like, I think he just was cold. He didn't actually freeze his dick.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I think
There's
that's
a picture of him on the ground with the thing on his.
Yeah, but they wanted,
because he was
cold.
He was cold,
and so they took a picture of it.
tired.
Now take that picture and put it with the story that says his dick is frozen. We got him.
Yeah,
That's how
because
they did it.
I would sue for slander at that point.
Well, I look at it like this. All the stories I hear about like climbers getting caught on mountains and like getting stuck and then they get rescued and they always come back with a black nose and fingers and toes.
Because they want to look like Goofy.
And that's the frostbite and no mention of frostbiting their dick off or
I think it's too central, right? It's not an extremity.
Yes,
your legs
and
can
it's covered.
Your legs can warm it up.
Now, if we had some sort of strange weather phenomenon, or if Gru from Despicable Me used a weather ray to change like African tribes weather into straight freezing weather, their lack of clothing could make that appendage an extremity, then freezing it off.
That is
but
true.
that's not going to happen because you're going to be smart enough to wear pants when you're in a frozen climate. So this is a non-story.
That night where I took my clothes off when I was partying, I did get a little cold down there. So if it was cold out that night,
that story, I thought about that story when I went to bed last night, and it made me horny.
Yeah, it was a horny night.
He was wearing that ski suit that's like a thin neoprene nothing.
Yeah.
But again, your fingers, your nose, your toes would get the damage before your penis. That's all.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm sure it was cold.
Yeah.
But using the word frozen.
Well, normally, like,
Yes.
I don't know about you guys. When I get cold, and I think I may have done this last night, Andrea keeps the bedroom way too cold. And when I get cold, I usually take my hands, and I have lack of circulation in my
you
hands.
stick them down your pants.
And I stick them down my pants. I
do
put
that
them on
too.
my balls. And I'm
Put
like,
my balls.
hot. And I take my knuckles. I put my knuckles under my balls, and I'm like,
I usually do it between
warm my
Tracy's
knuckles,
legs.
balls. I
Freeze
love you,
Tracy's
balls.
Yeah, like my toes and fingers. Like
I can put my toes on my balls.
My genitals are always hot. Like, or at least the store of heat.
Well,
down
my
there.
balls are. My dick sometimes is a little. I'm like, you there, buddy? Like, it's cold. I'm like, hey, come, wake up.
Wake up, what's going on, man?
Next story.
I did this next story because I've never in my entire life, and I've heard of a lot of things, heard of magnet fishing. Have you guys heard of magnet fishing?
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
Well, it's on social media everywhere.
Oh, I don't. I'm not on social media.
I've
Good
seen
for you.
there's a lot of TikTok influencers that just magnet fish and then show the content is everything they get.
It was like a small town thing. I remember guys in DeLand, like when we would be beer drinking at a lake, I remember redneck buddies of mine having ropes with big magnets on them, just pulling shit out of a lake. Like,
really? I don't remember back
It was
then.
like a... This is like a, like,
It's
I
a
don't know if
swamp
it's a
person
Miami
thing.
thing,
Yeah.
but it's
No.
definitely a
Oh, this was-
Deltona, DeLand, DeBerry.
This one's from Homestead, so it was right by Miami.
Yeah, but it's,
Oh, yeah.
it is a... It's definitely a thing because they'd pull shopping carts out. They'd use it
Knives,
to, yeah,
guns.
guns, whatever they could find.
Yeah.
Seems like it's just all you're getting is a bunch of garbage.
It's metal detecting in the water.
I was about to say, is it the
Yeah.
same nerdiness as metal detecting?
Basically.
I think it's actually like a little cooler because it's not as nerdy. It's a little more rudimentary and a little more beer drink and throw it out there. Did we get anything? Nope. Drink another beer.
Yeah, but metal detecting, you find, like, let's say at the beach, right? You find jewelry, you find stuff like that, like valuables, the coins, things like of value.
But it's nerdier because you're using computers.
All the magnet fishing guys, they like the most excited I've seen them get is when they get a gun and it's a rusty gun that's worth nothing, and they call the police, and the police have to make a report about it.
but stolen.
I downloaded a virtual metal detecting thing, so I'm in my room. Like,
Oh my god.
Yeah. There's a lot of those games where
What?
What other games
What's
have you downloaded
good
on
about
your
that?
VR?
Huh? All I have is I have a zombie shooting one, which is cool.
Has your girl Tracy used it?
Yeah, I got her. She didn't want it. I'm like, come play Beat Saber right now. This is
Beat
awesome.
Saber's fun.
And I downloaded the Green Day package, and she's like, oh my god, I want that one. And she wanted something else. So
Yeah, Beat Saber's
she's like,
really
get this.
fun.
I'm like, it's $30 to download this thing. And she's like, ah. I'm like, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah,
So I'm
it's good.
spending all this money downloading all these Beat Saber things.
I love that he's complaining about spending $30 on his hot girlfriend.
I know, right? If you ask me $30 for what? For that? I'm like, guy, I'll give you $3,000. What do you need?
Yeah, I felt bad. I feel bad when I complain about money. Right after she sees all the shit that I just randomly buy.
Yeah, your fucking truck you scratched up, you won't get off your ass for $30?
Yeah, $30.
I will, but it's not for me. So I like
All she wanted was the Lady Gaga jam pack.
Right?
Yeah,
All she wanted
all
was
she
to
wanted.
be able to do, some Lady Gaga.
the dojo paid for her entry fee for this tournament coming up. I helped her out.
To promote your dojo.
Bastard.
She's competing in kata. I'm actually pretty proud of her. She's gonna do it, and I'm not forcing her to do it.
You're just
But-
paying for it.
I sort of have.
Yeah, but you paid for her entry fee, and
Yeah.
you are driving her there.
You should start a new game virtual.
I'm paying for the hotel to stay tonight.
You should do a new virtual game, VR, Feet Saber with your disgusting feet.
Oh my god.
Kicking shit.
Yeah, just kicking shit out of the sky. Just kick it off.
So what's the story?
Oh,
with the
okay.
magnet?
A Florida man took his grandson magnet fishing, and now the police are investigating what they reeled in. Florida man and his grandson couldn't believe their eyes when they reeled in more than just some scrap metal and bottle caps during a magnet fishing weekend trip. I don't need to say their names, blah, blah, blah. They were out on a magnet fishing trip in Homestead, Florida, when within 5 minutes of their arrival, he reeled in 2 sniper rifle receivers and bulk carrier groups wrapped in shrink wrap. This was their first time magnet fishing, and he chose a bridge with a canal near where he normally goes hiking. So they called the police. They came to investigate, and they took them their $7,000 sniper rifles.
Wow. Like competitive sniper rifles.
I don't know why would it be
Obviously
wrapped in shrink wrap.
Because it was used in a crime, and you throw it out
Right.
your window over the bridge.
Exactly.
You-
I thought that was.
Well, why
weird.
would
know
you
what?
shrink wrap it?
You know what I thought about this?
I thought I'd want it to rust. You're right.
Maybe you shrink wrapped it to get it into your car to hide it, and then you figured it would just deteriorate underwater after time. I don't know. I mean, fucking.
I mean, if you used it, unless you wiped it down, you're just shrink wrapping your fingerprints onto the murder weapon.
Oh, a lot of criminals aren't that smart.
Or maybe these criminals are just like
Maybe
me.
they wiped it down
He said they were military
shrink-wrapped
grade.
it, and then to throw it into, so their fingerprints don't get back on it. But then why not just wear gloves?
Wow, they estimated that they're both worth $20,000 total.
Yeah, like somebody in the chat room said like about $7,000 to $10,000 a piece.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy.
So I like to imagine like two criminals back in the olden days talking to each other, and they've been throwing their weapons over bridges into the water for years, right?
Yeah.
Like when they did a crime, and that's the stereotypical move.
Find a waterway.
You're driving, and then you roll down your window, and you throw your gun out the window over the bridge into the water, and then you know it'll never be found, right? I want two criminals to be talking to each other, and there's no way that these weapons will ever be found unless, for some reason, in the future, people start using
a hobby.
It's a hobby.
Exactly.
And then them laughing like, that'll never happen because that's so stupid. Like, who the fuck is going to start throwing magnets out over a bridge and seeing who can get
And
shit?
those magnets are expensive as hell.
Yeah, they're giant.
Yeah. We should get one.
Yeah, I was looking at the magnet right now. It's huge.
I thought
we
you
should get one.
because there's
I
been.
kind of want to do it now. I want to go in Lake Baldwin. We'll probably find some cool military stuff there, right?
Oh, I'm sure there's tons of people that with canoes magna fishing in Lake Baldwin
I bet
because
they
of
do
that
it.
shit.
I bet they already
No, I
do
think
it.
people are too ritzy for that over there.
No, there've been a lot of
the poor's
boats
on
out
the
there
other
lately.
side. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know, on the other side of Baldwin.
Just be
that's
careful over there. That's where the wildlings are.
So with TikTok and magna fishing, I've seen a lot of TikTok videos and influencers finding cars of people that have been missing for years.
Oh, wow.
That have driven off.
Found their bodies. Yeah.
and then their skeletons.
With the magnet. Oh, that's horrible.
So they.
Well, at least the family gets closure.
Sure.
So this has happened multiple times, and they throw the magnet over, and then obviously they can't lift the car, but they're like, there's something gigantic down there, and then they end up investigating, and it's a fucking car from some teens in the 70s that got lost, and no one ever found them, and then their bones are in there and shit, which is crazy that there was no indication at all that the car went into the water at the time.
No time to look at it. No time
Yeah.
to look for it. I mean, it goes in there. They don't have the technology at the time. Time marches on. You get the technology, but you don't go backwards. Imagine if we went backwards for every case. We try, right? I think.
And you don't know where they're driving, so
Right,
it could have been any
exactly.
bridge.
Yeah.
And
Busdecker said that they try to go back and hit the ones that they know they can do if they
have any kind of evidence.
if they have current technology that maybe is better.
So do you get to, I wonder if they get to keep the sniper rifles.
They turn them over to the police, and that's what they said. They turn them over to the police, and they're going to investigate.
I don't think police ever give anything back, right?
No, I don't
Like
think
once
that's
it's once
They're
the police
supposed to
have it.
like if it wasn't used in a crime and it's just a missing item, then I think there's a certain amount of time.
no,
then
I
the
mean
person who
if
finds
it's
it gets
not
it back.
yours is what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you found it,
Oh,
if
really?
You turn it over and then they there's a process. It's the same thing with
there's
finding
a rule.
jewelry.
Finders keepers.
Yeah, but there's
Legally bound.
I'll tell the cops that.
Yeah.
There
Sorry,
is-
look.
excuse me, sir. Finders keepers.
Losers weepers, sir.
there is some sort of legal
And don't even
way
get me started with liar, liar, pants on fire.
that they can.
Yeah, as long as it's not an illegal gun and it hasn't been used in a crime, potentially they can what do you call apply to get the guns back.
Yes.
I think that they don't, though. I think that they go, fuck them, we're keeping it. We're the police.
What
Right.
if they commit a crime with him and then do the same thing and throw it somewhere else?
What? Oh,
The grandparent that found it and the kid. What if he uses those guns to commit a crime and then tosses them somewhere else?
Well, then someone else would have to find them. I don't know what you're
I was
asking.
just putting him.
I bet this
Confusing me. I'm like, what?
this whole wave of magna fishing though has got a lot of people nervous because they ditched guns back.
Oh,
in
I'm
the
sure.
fucking lakes.
Especially on TikTok because it's young people.
but
And they've
it was
thrown
for-
guns into lakes.
But it was forever ago. Statute of limitations. It's all right.
Yeah, but
Not with murder. That doesn't
I
count.
don't think
Yeah,
they
it's a
could
murder.
they could have maimed somebody or
But
just a robbery maybe.
If you murdered someone and threw your gun into a body of water, and then now 10
That's
years.
why you got to go ocean.
Yeah,
You gotta
if
throw.
where is
Do
the
they
go-to
magnet
place?
fish in the
to hunt?
ocean?
No one magnet fishes in the
salt,
ocean.
the salt.
I'm not buying a
Yeah, you're
$300.
right.
I'm not buying a $300
No, I don't know.
magnet
Does
to
it?
have
I don't think it does.
salt water.
I think it still works in salt water.
Yeah,
well,
it would
no,
work.
well, the salt will deteriorate any metal maybe
Yeah,
to nothing.
after
Like
a while.
30 years of a gun in the ocean, it'll
Yeah.
probably go to nothing.
I would imagine, yeah.
Although those old ass shipwrecks, they'll be like, this is a sword from 300 years ago.
Made better.
And it looks like barnacles and shit, but it's still, there's
it's still
some
there.
iron in there or whatever. Next
They
story.
want you to go magnet fishing in your new kayak, Tom.
Oh yeah. Oh wait,
You
your
could
kayak's
start a new
inflatable.
hobby.
Your kayak's inflatable. That magnet, it
It'll
would just pull
capsize
you
you.
in. You're like, I help, I can't swim.
Also, nothing about magnet fishing seems fun to me.
No, but it seems
What about
kinda
kayaking?
That too.
Back to you, Sam.
It stinks.
That's
Like
the
metal
thing.
detecting, I feel
In
like
a kayak. Metal detecting in a kayak?
Like, I feel like you could find a wedding ring or something like a valley, some fucking doubloon.
The only wedding ring I want to find is not mine.
But the magnification, you find an old rusty murder gun and some other cans
Find a
and
safe.
garbage.
Right?
It won't pull up
There's
a safe.
never
And
anything in a
That would be
safe.
awesome to pull up a full safe full of
Right?
But
gold
who's-
bars or something.
No one's throwing a safe off a bridge
No.
like they're throwing
They
weapons.
do in the cartoons.
It
and
doesn't
stuff.
happen. It's
I
just
saw
trash.
a shit ton of them when I just looked up magnet fishing, so I think
Safes?
you're wrong. Yeah.
It's just
I mean, I
trash.
don't know what's
Little
in
box
them.
safes?
Yeah, the little box.
There's
ones.
nothing in them.
Yeah, yeah,
It's all
no-
trash.
no
Probably
one-
more guns, right?
Yeah. It's a murder
We
gun.
love our guns.
Because, again,
Just a
who's
bunch of-
tossing them in the
just a bunch
lakes.
of teeth.
who's throwing a safe of gold into a river? You know what I'm
Somebody
saying?
that's gonna come back to it in
Yeah.
like 10 years.
D.B.
Like, I'll
Cooper.
put it
Oh,
here.
yeah.
You dare,
I'll
you
do
bury
my
it.
We'll come back to this river in 10 years. I'll see you here.
Oh, just
Set your clocks.
bury
Nobody
it.
fucking does that.
If
We're
someone's
the
going,
dumbest show.
if someone's going to jail and they need to hide a bunch of money or something like that, I would somehow seal it and shrink wrap
No,
it. and put it
everybody,
in some-
you
and put-
find a rock wall and you put it underneath the shiniest black rock you can find.
He's right.
Then you tell Red. Everybody knows. All right, go ahead. Shawshank.
This I know it's from. How late did or how long did you breastfeed the kids for?
Still doing it.
My wife couldn't do it because she's a failure.
Mine too. My wife's titties are too small. Nipple's not big enough to go in the kid's mouth. Didn't even make it in there. Couldn't get past her first teeth. Nipple's too small. It's
You
like
got
a
me
flat.
I'm getting no help.
It's like trying to suck
No.
orange peel off of a Florida drywall.
My wife tried, frustrated, mad at herself, mad
she
that she
slapping
couldn't
them
do
mad,
it,
like,
thought she was a failure,
Yeah.
shamed by other moms
Shame!
online. And
But
then
what was so hard? What was the problem?
it doesn't.
They won't latch.
Her milk pump's broken.
So she didn't produce that much milk, and then her doctor's like, everybody's body's different. Just feed them formula.
My wife's
So
doctor
your kids
said
would
it
have died in the back in the day, like in the
Oh,
old
dead.
times. Evolutionary.
good as dead.
Yeah.
It sucks. So I asked a
And we
mother.
didn't even do formula.
No,
we
but-
just jumped straight to
But
Cheetos.
back in the day, if you couldn't do it, someone else, some other woman in the village could do it for you. You know, that they just traded off. Like they were always breastfeeding.
Which is gross.
Let me borrow that titty.
Which is
That's
gross.
what
Yeah, I
they would
think that's
do.
gross.
That's exactly what they do. They were like, "Where's the big fat mama with the big old titties with the milk coming out of them?"
I think that back in the day when humans used to live in like village scenarios, that most of the women were always breastfeeding and always like they're
Always
just
producing. Yeah.
all the because there was
That
another
would suck
form.
for us men, like sucking on them and have milk squirt in your mouth and shit.
Well, they're for the
I thought you'd
kids.
be
It was-
into that.
No, I'm not. That's something.
Well,
Really.
then just aim lower. And
It-
just
but-
those are for the kids, and the bottom part's yours.
Then- full of bush.
Then breasts weren't a sexual thing. Back
Oh
then,
crap!
you know?
What?
Not a,
No, not like they are now.
What do you think it
I mean-
changes back then that we're sexually attracted to the female
Well, not
body?
that you were
tits?
not that you were sexually attracted, but it just wasn't as sexualized as it's not. Like look
He's
at the
right.
You're
look at the
totally
people.
just making that up.
No, look at the Indian people. They have their breasts out, and it doesn't matter. They're
Yeah.
long and hanging, and they're producing milk. They're for utility, not for sexual. You know what I'm saying? It's
Long and hairy
Long
and
and hairy.
producing milk.
God damn.
That didn't rhyme.
They-
It's usually long, hairy, hard to carry.
They didn't try to hide them at all, or whatever.
That
It
doesn't
wasn't-
mean that they weren't like grabbed on and felt. And
Well, I'm sure the
they were-
guys did it, but it wasn't as big.
I
of
love
a,
it when two meatheads have a boob fight. Tell me about boobs, guys.
I think like they were less sexualized.
I agree with you.
You know,
I
1,000
think-
years
yeah.
ago.
I think that cave people, if we're going, that's what I always go to cave
Yeah.
people. I think they were more concerned about getting their
Just
cave
living.
juniors fed and not worried about like, oh, look at them titties.
yeah, and if they wanted to have,
Gonzagas.
if they wanted to have sex, they would just have sex.
Yeah.
You know, it was
It was horrifying. I bet.
it was
violently
yeah.
horrifying.
Yeah, we got raped a lot.
Yeah,
guys.
it involved
Yeah.
a lot of fire and
Yeah.
rocks.
anyway.
Bad shit. It was
So
bad shit.
back to I didn't even start this yet. A mother, she was on. This is TikTok. I want to do one TikTok story. She defended herself on TikTok after being accused of being inappropriate and a bad mother, an abusive
man.
mother. Viewers were outraged hearing that she would breastfeed her daughter for 6 years. That's old, right?
Yeah, Maisie is 6. That would be Maisie right now.
Yeah.
Getting up from her room and texting me, "I'm coming into your room." And I'm like, "Okay, come in." And she texted me, "I'm coming in to suck mom's tits." I'm like, "All right." Well, we were just fucking, so hold on. Let me put my dick away. So and then she knocks on the door. She comes in, and Andrea picks her up, and she's as big as me, by the way.
Strong.
Strong as fuck. Strong as fuck.
I saw her do a handstand.
Yeah, she'd do all kinds of little
walk on her hands.
Yeah, she's an athlete.
Yeah, she walks her hands over.
Yeah, she walks her hands over to my wife, and then does a flip into the bed, and then starts sucking Andrew's titties.
Yeah. 6 years old is old.
Yeah, it's
that
old.
would be crazy.
So this girl, her name is JC Campbell. She's only 20 years old. She revealed her breastfeeding plans for her 1-year-old daughter Emma on TikTok that gained over 2 million views. The certified location counselor of birth in Texas. I don't know what the hell that is. Anyway, she responded to the comment, calling her out, saying that it's sexual assault to do that with a 6-year-old. That gained over 20,000.
No, I mean, let them do it. You're a kid. There's nothing sexual about it in her mind. That's the society looking at it. I do think it's weird, but it's fucking her kid, whatever.
Yeah,
doesn't matter if it's her kid. Who cares if her? We take kids away from mothers from doing lots of fucked up shit.
Yes, I know. Because the intention is, if you're doing something weird with the kid, take them away because your intention is sexual. Not
sexual, but still, it's intentional, but it's not sexual.
Knock it off scenario. Right? Like, hey,
you can breastfeed your kid as long as you want, in my opinion. No, whatever. That's between you and your kid. I don't think there's anything nefarious about it.
Yeah,
unless there is, then there's a problem.
Right.
But if there's nothing nefarious,
I do agree with you, and I do agree with that statement because
I think it's weird.
It's not my kid. It's not what I would do, but
it's okay to have that kid kind of have mental issues because
we don't know if they're gonna have mental issues. I don't know their relationship. I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't know. I've never heard a psychologist talk about.
Well, that's what you need to do. You need to find some sort of studies. I'm sure there has to be some sort of studies.
But if it's nothing they stopped, yes, it would give my son Max, who's 6, it would give him mental issues if Crystal's like, "All right, I'm gonna start breastfeeding again." You know what I'm saying?
Doing it again.
and then force. Yeah, because then I'll be like, "Well, you cannot have a son because you're insane now, and this is abuse and this is crazy." But if the kid is breastfeeding every day, multiple times a day,
is it exclusive breast milk for 6 years? That seems absurd.
They have to have.
You got to integrate
other
things.
You got to put some bagel bites in.
No, she says toast.
You got to go
boobies and bagel bites.
Boobies and bagel bites. That's all I want. Man, that's fucking awesome.
Toaster strudels.
Dude, I will fuck with some toaster strudels. The icing package?
Yeah, those were really good.
Yes,
I haven't eaten them in like 30 years.
There is a lot.
Maisie hated them. I bought them for her thinking she was going to like them. She hated them. They're still in my freezer.
Oh, my God.
I see breastfeeding TikTok videos a lot.
Your algorithm is weird.
Really?
Why don't you use my phone for a little bit, buddy, and tighten up my algo?
And you can basically see like the woman's breast, like the areola, and like the
I
baby.
Like that. You know what's funny is
I'm like, what is this?
I try to.
You don't know what it is.
No, I know, but I'm just like, why are you putting this on?
Why is it on your algorithm? I haven't seen one breastfeeding video.
Me neither.
I'm mad if I see it now just because we're talking about it.
I've never looked it up. I have nothing wrong with it, or I'm not
I have
interested.
nothing wrong with it.
I'm not interested in it, or I'm not against it. I don't know why it's on my algorithm. But
you know what I
see
like,
it.
and I don't.
Maybe
see
because
it.
I stopped for too long.
Yeah, you stopped too long.
You know what I like, and I don't see. I've
Too
only
much
seen
pressure.
it maybe once or twice. But you know what I like, and I've only seen it once or twice. Double babies. Double boobs, double barrel.
Yeah.
Where a lady's feeding 2 kids at one time. That's amazing.
I did. Okay, there was a breastfeeding scenario that happened at my house one time that I was super awkward. Like it made me awkward.
I missed this, right? I was in the pool.
Yes,
I could have seen all this. I missed all
party.
because I'm the guy. If I see it, I get a boner.
It was. And I was sitting there, and all of a sudden I look over, and I'm like, no! And then I immediately, and the woman was like, had her breast
pendulist breast,
and then the baby was breastfeeding, but it was
running
like,
it low.
There was, and I don't care. And I was just shocked by it because there's just like the kids are at the party, bagel bites, and then it was just, there it is.
I also prefer both out than one out. I think one out's weird. It'd be like if I pulled one testicle out.
Yeah,
it's odd, right? Pull them both out.
Are you okay with it in public? Like a restaurant?
I'm okay with it at every place except for, oddly enough, a pizzeria. I don't like it at a pizzeria.
Okay.
Nah, it doesn't matter to me. But
I saw it at St. Augustine at a
it's shocking.
pizzeria.
Yeah, I don't care either, but don't change your fucking baby's diaper at the table.
Oh, who does that?
A lot of
people.
people
Do that?
Yeah.
What about changing a grown man's diaper?
No, also no.
Well, that's just necessity. Sometimes
Yeah.
Because I know.
Would you rather me power through then? So if I'm at the pizzeria,
you gotta leave.
I have to leave now. How dare you?
If you shit your pants at the table?
Well, I have a diper on.
Yeah, but I'm trying to eat my pizza and it smells like doo-doo.
I have shit in my underwear 50% of the time.
Oh my God.
I'll just scream 50.
50! Would you have a loose? Is it loose down there?
No, I just fart a lot.
It's probably your diet, right?
It's all that, look at that
loose.
fucking, it looks like he's drinking shit right there.
Yeah, it's all that and protein powders and nutrients.
Recycle that shit. Jesus Christ.
Like, how is your gut health? Is it?
Yeah, it's a little iffy.
Yellow iffy. Yeah, I've been having some problems. My
But all
hemorrhoids
you
are
eat
back
is
hard.
birdseed, right?
I gotta stop.
Oh, that you guys say that all the time. Birdseed.
What is your diet?
It's called the Petro diet.
He won't tell us because you have to pay for it.
I've sent you guys my diet.
I got it.
For free.
It's almond flour. It's all almond flour, and I can't do
It
almond
is all
flour.
almond flour.
Almond flour. I can't do it. I tried it one time. I was like, this is nothing fried about this.
It's good. It's just very. It's
dry. It's all dry.
It's very
Mommy bones.
good, lean, like grass-fed meats, wild fish, if I can.
Okay.
Wild fish, crazy.
Veggies, just a bunch of veggies.
No farm shit. Tons of good veggies.
No milks.
What about fruits?
I eat fruit, but not a lot of fruit.
'Cause
Very
sugar,
minimum,
right?
Yeah, minimum fruit, but lots of veggies, lots of lean, grass-fed, wild
The
meats.
only way I could do your diet is if every day I ate 9 pineapples with it.
No,
there's no flavor. It's like,
no rice, cereals, grains. I have oats. I eat oats sometimes, but not a lot.
You know, pineapple will eventually like start burning the inside of your mouth if you eat it.
Pineapple messes with my stomach. If I eat too much pineapple, that'll mess with my stomach.
Yeah, it messes with your stomach enzymes. You can use it for dogs. It'll change the taste of their shit. And they won't eat their poop.
I was like, why are you tasting their shit?
No. It makes their shit.
That's where I went for that.
It makes their shit taste bad. It also makes your cum taste.
It makes cum taste good. Yeah. So I was doing it for a while.
The only fruit,
celery will do it too.
Certain medication, or is that grapefruit?
Grapefruit.
Yeah, grapefruit. My grandfather, he's like, I can't eat this. I'll die. I'm like, what?
My buddy got all fucked up. It was because he was eating grapefruit in the morning, and then he realized his medication said no grapefruit.
Yeah.
But
I think it if you're on blood thinners, it can make your blood even more thin.
Yeah.
I think Boudreaux, that guy that we were working with back in the day, that remember he got his he was doing some sort of severe dental surgery, and he ate a grapefruit, and he was on blood thinners, and then his mouth just started oozing blood. He was just like, it just wouldn't stop bleeding.
It makes the whatever medicine you take not break down and just constantly recycle in your body. Like it doesn't break it down and go out; it just stays in your system. So it builds up.
He died. He bled to death.
But the grapefruit rind makes a great bowl for things to go in.
Oh, like that lady? You fucked a grapefruit before?
No, that was my story. I've told you guys before. I pooped in it.
I forgot about the grapefruit.
And the grapefruit rind?
Yeah, and I sent it to my uncle.
Is your uncle still around?
Can we talk to him?
Yeah, actually, I just got a text from my dad this morning saying, "Hey, your Uncle Joe's moving up with me here in Tennessee for a little bit." So my dad and my uncle.
Can we send him a grapefruit?
They're crazy.
Can we send him a grapefruit?
He'll know
if we send him a grapefruit.
Did your dad brag about his son, and he's famous, and he's on the TV?
He was very happy that I won.
My son beat up Mr. T.
All right, let's take a break. When we come out, come back.
When we come out.
We'll do some dump them out, and then.
I'm just trying to make people laugh.
Are we gonna get to see what you promised us before we started recording today for segment 3? You said you'd do it on Twitch?
Oh, yeah. We were
I forgot about that.
I did not.
All right. Yeah.
The name of the band is No Bro. The name of the song is Julia. I think you're going to like it. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Trying to go with like something a little more mellow, you know?
Yeah.
Like ease us into the weekend. I've got a new single from the Slackers that I'll be playing next week, I think. And then we've got Oh, Christine's husband has some music. I got to put that in rotation.
Yeah.
But that's not laid back. It's gonna get you. Like what he's bringing to the table is just straight metal, like right up your ass. So I got to be careful with it. But anyway, welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. So before the show, we were talking a little bit about dancing.
Why do we even bring up dancing? I don't even remember now.
I asked the question to Tom. I said, "Do you guys ever like dance?" Because, I was listening to something.
Oh, we were listening to Just Friends.
Yes, and I was wiggling.
Yeah, because they came out with a new album, and then we were wiggling around, and then we asked Tom if he ever wiggles on his free time.
Tom's getting nervous. I could kind of see it in his face.
Yeah, he does look like he's all the color drained out of his face. He's pale now.
He's basically said he only dances when he's forced to.
Well, he said at weddings, and then I said, and then I posed this question.
I'll
pose this one to you, and you said yes. When is the last time, or have you ever, to Tom, I posed the question, have you ever walked out on the dance floor, not with your wife, not with a lady, but you walked out on the dance floor with the idea of like imagine the four of us at, let's say, Tangeray's.
Uh-huh.
I
And
thought you were going to say Tutu Tangos.
And the music is going. Yeah, that's a little too old. I'm trying to go a little younger, right? And the music's pumping, and we got some LMFAO. I'm trying to go, time specific. And,
shots?
Yeah, we're doing little John shots, and we're all like kind of dancing on the dance floor. Have you ever done that? I can't envision you doing that. I can't envision me and you walking to the dance floor, and then we're like, we're like doing like this.
No. I've never done it for fun.
Have you done this?
I've done it for anger and for misery.
I've done it because I've done it to not be awkward, and this
to not be the only one not dancing.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me see you like
throw some music on for
if you were
dancing.
If you were dancing in the background of Saved by the Bell, right? That's me dancing in the background of Saved by the Bell.
I'm calling out Seth and whistling toothpicks in here.
Wow, he's not even here to defend himself.
That's not fair. That's unprecedented.
I'll call Sam because Sam said that her husband will dance, like get out on the dance floor, and I'm like, I don't see Travis dancing. And then I'm like, what kind of dancing? And then you're like, yeah, he bops around. And I'm like, well, I can bop up and down dance, but nothing really else. You know what I'm saying? Like I could do the one. You want me to show you?
Yes, we do.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
you ready?
In fact, want you to show us.
Now,
what? Are you gonna dance?
How about you can pick the song? How about he picks the songs? That way he doesn't feel too uncomfortable.
Hold on, let me.
Hey.
Oh, Jesus.
What is this?
69 Boys. Is this the remix to the train?
Train. Engine 69, headed down the party line, and if that train go off the track, then you know that body shows up right. So don't miss that train, baby. So don't miss that train. 69, do it one more time. Come on, ride that thing, baby.
You're not dancing, Tom.
Push
we
pause
were all dancing, and you're just standing like an idiot.
I have to get up for this, but if this was okay, This is all I got for, like, if someone dragged me on to... Okay, let's set the scene. And say this is Seth's wedding, right?
Okay. Fuck you.
Like, Seth finally gets Tracy pregnant. Then
that's why. Okay.
We're going to get married now!
Trapped her, okay.
Yeah. Then they have to get married.
Yeah, well, we had to do it now. I don't want a bastard.
But he's doing a weirdo VR wedding, so we all have to wear the goggles. We're all in some sort of...
It's like
cool.
it's a themed
That'd
wedding.
That'd be so fucking cool.
Right?
Talk to her about it. We'll sponsor it.
Okay.
Well, I imagine he cheaps out and he does the wedding in his backyard, like poor people.
Listen, I didn't invest $100,000 in my backyard to not have a wedding there.
Oh, you are gonna do a backyard wedding?
I mean, not a backyard wedding. Oh God,
it's a nice day for a backyard wedding.
My turtles can be in it.
Oh my, the best man.
I totally forgot about a story.
When's Gringo's getting here?
No, the best
I
man.
totally forgot. I got it. I don't. It's too long of a story.
Daichi's
a little
his
turtle
best
died.
man,
I got a turtle that died.
He died?
A little baby. I tried to save it from a girl that posted on Facebook. I'm like, I'll keep him. I'll try to keep him alive. Oh. Next morning, head bit off.
Oh my God!
Well, that was the saddest thing ever. I felt sorry.
What do you mean? You try to save it from a girl?
A girl posted on Facebook. She's like, I found this baby turtle. He's in the middle of the street. He looks like he's injured. I don't know what to do. And the picture, when she took a picture, the fucking turtle looks big. Okay, it looks like a normal sized turtle. I'm like, okay, I have a turtle pond. I can help out. I can.
I
probably
have a
grow some
turtle
better.
pod. I can help out. I'm always on the turtle forum.
So she took him to the vet.
I'm on turtle Reddit all day long.
Took him to the vet. The vet said, "Yeah, he's fine. He just looks like he got."
He's a great turtle. I mean, I don't know what breed he is, but he's got
it was a red ear slide. Looks like he got picked up by some sort of attack, a bird of prey, and almost
I thought
attacked.
you were like a claw machine.
No.
By the way, I'm on to your bullshit, veterinarians. You don't know shit about turtles.
I agree.
You don't know nothing. You
They
know
just
about
take the
dogs
money.
and cats and maybe birds, but they bring you turtles and snakes. You got nothing.
know
You
shit.
bullshit.
Yeah.
You're
You take
bullshitting.
our money.
You're looking at Google. You're like, what kind of shit is this? You're like, it looks fine to me.
I felt bad. So she,
That's a real turtle, all right.
she
no
came
way
with the
they
turtle.
know.
It
That's
was
grade A.
no bigger than the size of a quarter. It was just hatched.
Oh my god!
Just hatched turtle. I'm like, I told
Flush
him
it
like,
down the toilet.
I'm like, look, I don't know if my turtles how they act around them. We can try. So we sat there. We placed the turtle on the island, and we watched
That's
the other turtles.
Slowest introduction ever. It's like we're gonna put them in there and see how they react.
It's only going to take 14 days.
Yeah. So they were fine with them at first. I was like, I'll keep checking about them every hour. So I did
You
every
need a
hour.
baby gate. You needed a baby
Yeah.
gate for the little turtle, and then keep the big turtles out.
Everything was fine for the first like 4 or 5 hours. Went to sleep. Next morning,
They bit his head off, huh?
head's gone.
They ate them.
They ate 'em.
Did you just leave the shell there, or what'd you do? Did you pick
I
it
told
up?
Daichi to take care of it.
Hey, the baby turtle got fucked up. Just go take care of it. All right, I'm going to the dojo.
Did you tell the girl?
Yeah, I told him to the messenger.
Oh my god!
Why even tell her?
I was gone. I was.
Clean up the mess and
I
email
was-
the lady that the turtle was dying.
It was my day of off-roading. It
Are
was my.
you Ramsey Bolton?
You're his landlord. You're not a fucking boss.
I know, but I was gone. Okay, so I left that morning to go off-roading in Ocala.
I don't have time to handle this baby turtle thing. I gotta scratch my fucking truck up.
And then he called me and he's like, "Hey, I just checked on the turtle," and he sent me a picture, and it looks like
a
looked like
picture.
Amber Boland. So
How did we get to this? We were trying
I know. I'm sorry. That's why I said I didn't want to tell the story.
I had 69
I
boys
said-
on 30 seconds ago.
What happened?
I said I didn't want to tell the story.
All right, so this is all I know how to do, and okay, I'm setting the scene. All right,
I don't know if I can do this after that story.
we're at Seth's wedding. The
God.
turtle pond's there, and he got an arch, a lattice work to get married, and
God.
he rented some seats.
But it's got blood splatter all over
yeah,
it.
and this is how we know you're cheap. You rented the seats for the actual wedding part, then they have to pick up the seats and put them on the tables for the reception.
Right, grab your own seat.
Like you didn't want to rent two sets of
Musical
seats.
chairs. Hey, play music. I'll walk them over. We'll make a bit out of it.
Anyway, so then after the reception, there's a little dance area, and then you get a DJ,
Oh.
and then
Somebody I know is cheap.
yeah.
It'll be Daichi.
It's
He'll
a
be
basic-
there. Yeah,
No,
it'll-
Daichi.
it'll DJ Dead Turtle.
He'll be high as hell.
It's one of your wrestling buddies. He's just playing music on his Spotify.
It's all uber
Yeah.
aggressive, like MMA music too.
Then this is what inevitably happens. I'm just standing there, shit faced, minding my because it's an open bar. At least he got
Right.
he can't do that because he knows I'll yell. At
All
them.
the bros need a drink.
Yeah. So I'm standing there with all the bros. I'm shit faced. I'm just drinking, right? And then next thing you know, my wife, and then the bride, and then Andrea, and then Sam's there. They all come over to me. They're like, "Let's get Tom on the floor, dance floor."
Let's get him.
Drag you. Yeah.
And then I do the thing where I'm like, no.
No.
And then you're literally pulling my one arm as I have a drink in the other hand, and then and then you pull me out to the middle.
You're spilling my Long Island.
It's a beverage, man.
And then all the girls start dancing around me.
Oh, this is his fantasy.
No,
what
it's
is this?
bullying. It's bullying.
I like how he was like,
It's
Sam
bullying.
and my wife and Andrea and
Yeah.
every girl of value will come
No.
and want to pull me on the dance
Yeah.
floor.
No, they're not doing.
I'm with you, Sam.
No, they're not doing it. They're bullying me. It's a girl bullying.
But you have a boner.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to
Bully
be out
boner.
there. But here's what
Yeah,
I
It's a
want.
dance cuckold.
Yeah,
There's-
dance cock.
There's two things you could do there, and I've seen this move with other guys because I've seen this happen to other people.
You need to storm out, get in your car, and drive away.
There are the guys.
shit your pants.
The girls drag him out there and start dancing, and the guy's like, no, and then he walks back over, and then they're like, oh, screw it, and then you look like a loser, and it's awkward,
and you don't want to look like a loser.
well, because then
You got to look like Michael J. Fox. Pick up that guitar.
I want to make them happy
Yeah.
that
You're
I'm
people pleaser like Tommy.
Yeah.
I'm participating,
You're a pussycat.
and I don't want to be the guy that's too afraid to dance and then
Well,
walk
let's see it. Let's see the move.
Take you to the Hotel Martinet in Brooklyn,
All right.
where Bobby Millett and his orchestra
Oh.
are offering a program of dance music.
Yeah, 1994. 69 boys backed up by the quartet of DJs.
gotta say, it's not as bad as I thought. There's some rhythm there. There's some rhythm. Yeah.
All right.
Looks like you're warming up to fight. It literally looks like he's bouncing to fight.
That's my dad dance.
You know what?
Bounce
Not
a little.
as bad.
I
Not
bounce
as I thought.
and move my arms. I've learned over the
You're
years
gonna
to
knock
not
off the sound tile.
Yeah,
behind
you're
you.
breaking the sound tile.
Oh. Look at all that bass
That's
coming
why I
out
said-
of Tom.
that's why I
He's
said,
knocking the fucking
My
things
God.
off the wall.
You, what are you doing? No, you. Oh my God.
I got it.
No, it's crooked still. Totally crooked.
Yeah, I'll fix it right here.
Everything
Anyway.
sounds weird now.
What?
Those are the sound tiles.
You have to master at least a dad bounce with some arm movement, and that's all I got.
Now Snoop used to do like the nod. He just kind of
And
nod.
the lean back, yeah.
And
That's
well,
all you
somebody
need.
else, but yeah.
Too
What do you
cool.
do? Do you dance?
Yeah, well, I do kind of what he does, but less boxy.
I would think it's more boxy.
I do what I would do is the more douche bro fist pump.
Oh, you're fit. Oh, you're the Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore.
You gotta be
Okay.
careful with that now, because that's like old man.
What was it?
Yeah.
They
That's
retired
like
the fist
raising
bump.
the roof.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, I'll do the
Andrea
one
does
thing. I'll
raise
do the
the
one
roof.
finger thing like it's like.
Andrea does a lot of raise the roof, and I'm like,
Does she?
oh
Yeah.
gosh. I'm like, there she goes, old apple bottom jeans at it again.
Girls don't get as embarrassed
No.
dancing as guys do. Why
Because
is
usually
that?
they all can dance. I don't know how.
They all
every
get
single
together.
one of them can dance.
and they all get together. They're
They
like,
support
"Ah,
each
you're
other."
squealing and dancing.
Well, I do that with my friends too.
I imagine, like, I fantasize about practicing an unbelievable dance.
Fuck yes, Napoleon Dynamite it. Yes.
I have so
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
you to
Yeah.
see. These are the things that people need to know, because they think you don't have fun in there. What they
It's
don't-
not fun.
What they don't understand is it's in there, but it's so twisted and fucked up fun. Like this is like
It wouldn't be for fun. It would be for
I'll
shock.
shut these motherfuckers up.
It would be for shock value, and because, like, in my mind, I'll
You
be
always
like,
say give you 2 weeks and you can learn anything. Let's send you to a dance class for 2 weeks.
the problem
What kind of
is
dance, like tango or
it-
something.
I want to do hip hop dance.
there is a fluidity with really good dancing. For instance, like
You're too stiff. Man.
Yeah, but they might be able to teach you.
No, you're too stiff. You need to start stretching.
That was a
now.
lot less stiff than I thought it was
It
going
was
to be.
pretty good. It was fluid.
Yeah.
remember when
Kind of horny the way your titties are bouncing.
Remember
your
when
boobs are
Burt
bouncing.
Kreischer did that viral video of him doing this whole dance routine, and it
Mm-hmm.
went viral, right? He said he practiced for weeks doing that routine, and he still was a stiff fat dad. And that's
You're
what,
not as big as Burt Kreischer.
No, he's a heavy boy.
No, not as big, but I would be as stiff and not as fluid. So whatever they're teaching me, it wouldn't look like the professional dancer. Like when you see someone like, for instance, David Nickel, right?
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, well, he moves.
He can.
He glides.
Like if they got a circle around him and they pulled him on, like he will do like a routine,
Yeah, because he's
an
not-
unbelievable routine.
You and I can only move our appendages from our bodies. Not we are our
Yeah.
the inside of our the center of our body is just a square Roblox brick.
Yeah.
We're like Minecraft people.
Yeah,
Our arms move around, but they don't. Our body doesn't really.
Yeah, there's no waviness.
No, there's no waviness.
I remember being a kid at a wedding, like 11, 12 years old,
Sure.
and everyone's on the dance floor. So the kids I'm on the dance floor, kind of dance around. Everyone was taking their turn, going in the middle, doing something stupid. I went in the middle and did a karate kata. I remember doing that. And everyone's like, yeah.
That's worse than that.
Yeah.
Well,
But that was the only thing I knew to do. I just went in there. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I used to.
That's a nerd.
Little
Yeah, it
kids
was
would
very
do that
good. It
at
was
church. One of the things when I grew up in the church, one of the things we'd have the fellowship hall, and you'd have a stage in different areas, right?
Yeah.
And people would do stuff and get up on the stage, and we'd get up there and sing, or we're doing stuff, and there'd always be that one karate kid. It's like all he could fucking do is karate. He didn't want to be left out, so he'd run up there and start doing a kata. And I'm like, oh god, here we go. Fucking Snake Eyes up here kicking it.
That kid's probably a badass now.
There he goes. Look at a
he's
storm
not.
shadow
He's
over there
not.
doing his kata.
Yeah, he's not. I'll bet a lot of him. There's no way.
Yeah. Reference to the song.
Yep.
Anyway, there's no way I could actually put together a routine.
Where's the confident Tom we all know?
I think you could.
I think you could
I
do
think
it.
you could do
I
it.
put in the same category as drawing.
You'd be like Jerry Springer
Two-
on
You did a
Dancing with the
great
Stars.
painting.
No, it was abstract, and that was
was
making
good.
fun of abstract painting. It was just nonsense with that. With this, no, it's just,
So do you want to learn
no, I don't have to. It would take an unbelievable amount
Maybe
of time.
that's something you and Tommy can bond together
There's
with.
a dance studio attached to my karate studio. That's right next. It's 2 doors down.
I know Maisie's dances just from watching her practice them. I know all of them.
Maybe Maisie can teach Tom.
No, I do know. I know I don't know how to do all the moves, but I know because I watch her and I have to tell her what she's doing wrong. I do know.
Okay.
Because like there's one like Marge, and then there's one where she comes up and she always misses this part, and she does. I don't know if I can have enough room here, but she's just like Marge, and she's like humping and bumping.
Air
and
humping.
Yeah, she's like air humping.
I have thought about like the move where it's like you're pulling in like you just did, right?
A shopping cart.
Yeah.
Like there, I feel.
Yeah, what is that?
That's the bench press.
It's kind of like going up to a piano and then just learning the.
Yeah.
You need to know something so that at least you could play
But I
something.
thought what you did was fine.
That was just
I don't
a
think
bad
you need
bounce.
more than that. I think if you go more than that, that's too try hard.
But my question is to everybody: what's fun about what I just did? Like, are they having fun?
It was all
I'm
about
not having
asking
fun.
why dancing is fun.
God damn it.
But I'm saying,
I'll
why?
ask Maisie.
Why are you forcing me to do it? That's all. I've said this before, but why?
Everyone doesn't want to feel stupid themselves. They want to be stupid together.
Well, people look around, and if they see you not in the spirit,
They think
kinda,
you're not having fun,
Yeah, they
yeah.
kind of want to be the spark to get you in. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
But don't they know that the reason I'm not doing it because I don't have fun dancing? Hence, I'm standing there getting shit-faced, and
Yeah,
that's
but-
what I want to do. It's not because I never thought that I could do it or that I couldn't wander out there or didn't have the support. Is I don't want to.
It's because there's so few things that people see on your face that read as fun, right?
Yeah.
Maybe if you looked like you were having fun when you're getting shit-faced, maybe we'd leave you alone.
Yeah,
But
smile.
you don't smile when you're getting shit-faced. So you need I fixed it. That's it. You just need to smile like what you're doing right now. If you had that face
With a beer in your hand.
with a beer in your hand, people would leave you alone. But you don't. You sit there mad like everybody's dancing. I'm gonna get shit-faced.
Is it because they
I
think
think it
they're
is.
trying to cheer me up?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I do it to you.
No.
I'll do it to you. How often do I? Because I'm crazy. I'll sit in there and you're sitting there crunching the SunTrust numbers. You fucking truest is fucking our ass. And I'll go, hey buddy, everything cool? You okay with me? And you'll be like, oh, it's fine. It's just I don't. My face is mad.
So you're just picking up on the like you're having some sort of emotional radar, like, hey, this guy needs to have a better day.
This guy
and
needs to chirp. He needs to chirp me up.
yeah.
He needs a little chirp me up.
But what's weird is, has it ever worked where they pulled someone on the
worked.
stage and then they're like, thanks for doing that. You changed my life. It's never happened, right?
No, not one time.
It's never happened.
No.
They either do an awkward dad dance or do the more awkward thing, which is storm back off to their corner and
But
drink.
everybody else is happier because you look like an idiot. And then maybe everybody else
I'll do you
smiles.
one
Well, then
better.
it's a form of bullying.
It
That's
is.
what
I'll do you
and
one
that's what I
bigger.
thought it was.
Every house that was on Extreme Home Makeover, those people are destitute again. Every single one.
Yeah.
Everything's fake.
I drive
Nothing
by
ever works.
the Altamont one and I see it, and
Yeah,
then it's like some vines on the palm trees. I'm like,
yeah.
oh, it's a mess.
And Bar Rescue too. Those. And what's the other? There's one more. There's the other one I like.
In a hotel rescue.
Yeah, and Hotel Rescue.
yeah.
I like Hotel Hell.
Oh yeah.
Hotel Hell.
We've only got a couple dump them out things.
We
So
got turkey necks.
Oh, okay. So I walked out. Like, I write this down. I walked out of Publix the other day, and I wrote it down to see if you guys have ever had this, but. I walked out with my sandwich and I deliberately didn't tell you guys. I was walking through the parking lot. I looked down into my bag, and it's heavy. And there are frozen turkey necks in my fucking Publix bag. Like a big thing of turkey necks. I've never seen turkey necks at Publix. I know of turkey necks.
you have to special request them or something?
I no idea, but they were in my bag, and so I brought them back, and I'm like, hey, these are turkey necks. And I made a joke. I was chirping to them a little bit, and they're like, turkey necks? All the kids were like, because they're all young, they're like, fucking turkey? You can eat that? They were like blown
I have
away.
no idea about.
And then to not feel like dumb old man, I go, yeah, that I don't eat that. I go, it's not mine. It was the person in front of me. I said, was it an older person? They're like, yeah, it was. I go, yeah, man. Really older people, I was really laying that on thick, like grandmas love turkey necks. And it just got me thinking twofold. Number one, have you ever walked out with something in your bag? Did you bring it home? What was it? And where are we at with turkey necks now? I think we can eliminate eating those, right? I think we can.
People love them.
Well, you have to
They do.
I'm not
You
into
can't
it.
let it go to waste.
How do you eat them? Like
With your mouth?
Well, I'm just saying, do you fry
Yeah,
them or you put them in a stew? What do you
I
do?
think you can do both.
I couldn't tell you.
Twist them.
You bake them? Like, what's
I
the?
think you either fry or stew them.
A fried turkey neck sounds pretty solid.
Yeah.
So like you put it in a pan and fry both sides flat, right?
I don't know what it looks like.
It's round. There's not sides to it.
Well, it's not like that's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
But
what
it collapses.
All it looked like in the package was chicken wings without bones. That's all I saw.
Yeah.
It looked yuck. It looked like a kind of like a. Everything looks like a dick. Like when you get to some point, right? Like a turkey neck might as well be a dick.
Like hanging skin,
or like a. It looks like an appendage.
Yeah.
And it's like that could be a neck. It could be anything.
It seems gross, but again, like Sam said, people love like turkey
neck soup, turkey neck gravy.
Yeah, turkey neck gravy is the one in the chat room.
Turkey neck in a smoked cooker.
Okay, smoked turkey neck sounds pretty solid.
Braised turkey neck.
You could smoke it
like a corn on the cob,
No,
it's long, right?
I want to chop it or shred it, right?
This actually looks pretty good.
Yeah. I think it's just probably like
maybe I was wrong. Should have kept the damn turkey neck.
Well, it's kind of like
why'd you bring it back anyway? That's just weird. They're probably not gonna. You can't. It was out of the store.
Yeah, I don't think they can take it back. I think they punt it once it leaves the doors. You're right. But
punt this turkey neck.
Do they punt it or they?
I think
give
they
it away
punt it because I could have like rubbed my
Jerked
cock
off
all
it.
over.
It's still wrapped
This
up,
guy
right?
definitely stuck
People
his
are
finger.
insane.
some
Yeah,
water.
but they don't know. They don't know.
All right. Okay. Let me ask you guys this question. Our generation, me and Daniel, we have kids. Is this the first generation that our kids can watch cartoons that we watched as kids and both enjoy them? Because I started thinking about this when I'm watching a lot of Simpsons with my sons, and I love it. And I said we sit down, we watch the Simpsons together, and
cool.
They love it, and I love it because I love that they love it, and we both are entertained by it. Chief Wiggum made a joke about Marge's black eye, and then he's like, "Oh, you got an Irish kiss." And I'm like, "Oh, it's racist."
The old Irish kiss you got there. A nice Irish kiss you got there, Marge.
And so anyway, it's and I'm like, I want, because I wasn't watching the cartoons of my parents.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, because we had old VHSs with like the classic cartoons on them and stuff.
What were you watching? Because then I started thinking of like, what did my parents watch? Fucking Lone Ranger or some shit and garbage.
I don't believe my dad. I don't believe my dad watched many cartoons, and any of the ones that were on, like he knew all of them. But a lot of the
kids shows in the 70s and 60s were like uninteresting garbage to us, right? Like we were watching
the most part,
1960s and 70s kids shows.
No, I see what you mean. Like they do hold up. Cartoons, we're kind of used to saying things don't hold up, but cartoons that have been made from like 90s, 2000s, 2010s,
yeah.
They're not bad. They still have their place. I've watched some shit
because the writing got better and it still holds up.
Yeah.
Like the Simpsons still hold up to my sons. They still find it funny, and then we both watch it together. There was nothing that we had as kids that we would watch as our parents.
But you had more than me and Sam did, I think, because we had basic cable.
I didn't even have cable.
And before we had basic cable, I remember watching like Rocky and Bullwinkle. That's old, right?
That's old.
No,
that's
I remember watching Fractured Fairy Tales.
Did
which
you
was
like
part
it?
Of, no, I didn't like it.
Like I remember seeing.
So your theory is sort of right because I remember watching it, but if I could have watched like Gargoyles or fucking G.I. Joe, I'd have been all over it.
Dude, I watched cartoons from like the 50s, like Little Lulu and shit.
Little Lulu?
And Casper, yeah.
What is that?
I've
Little girl with the black curls and the bow.
Yeah, that's old school.
I don't even know who that is.
But it was a case of that was all that you had,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if
but I also watched, Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry and all that.
Yeah,
but
you're
and the Jetsons and the Flintstones, which was like my parents' stuff.
I guess the Jetsons and Flintstones
that's
are
old.
okay. I didn't think about
Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
That was at the tail end of my child. Like that was at the end. Yeah, I guess it would be like in the middle of my parents.
The ones that my dad mentioned though that he knew of, like Wacky Racers. The Rocky and Bullwinkle stuff, Yogi Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of the Hanna-Barbera stuff was a little bit
that was
older.
50s, okay.
Or like late 50s, early 60s. Tom and Jerry, some of those were, yeah, of course. Tom and Jerry's are like 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
They were just really, like, what was it? Chuck Jones, I think that was?
Bugs Bunny,
Bugs
all
Bunny,
that.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
All Mickey Mouse stuff.
But,
we all watched that.
But
yeah,
to go with
Mouse.
what you're saying...
It was more garbage than the stuff that was produced when in the like early 90s that we watched now that my sons can enjoy.
Yeah, like Batman the animated series from like 20 years ago is still fucking awesome.
Yeah,
But like the cartoon Batman, It was good though, man. Like Batman. Remember Batman Beyond? That was a good ass cartoon, man.
Because my sons can watch anything they want. Everything's on demand, and every cartoon's available. And they choose The Simpsons.
May watches
partly because of the what they talk about is a more adult.
And they get to call their dad a homo.
May watches old cartoons too. She is stuck on. She's back at
you know what Tommy did?
Fairly Odd Parents.
Pink Panther for a while.
Yeah,
talked about
right.
that.
He's a classic boy.
What about
Smoke
like
a
He-Man?
cigar.
Because there's a new He-Man out. You can watch the old He-Mans and then watch the new He-Mans.
Somebody
Or Masters of the Universe.
Somebody watched New He-Man and said it sucked.
Oh no, it does. There, a lot of people do, but I think it was freaking awesome. I loved it.
You enjoyed it?
Oh yeah. I thought it
Did
was
they
really good.
modernize it at all?
Yeah, yeah, they did for sure.
But like modernize it in a way, like for instance,
Like He-Man dances like a dad.
we were watching the new what is it called, Animaniacs, right? And like where we talked to what's his
Rob
name,
Paulson.
Rob Paulson, and they modernized it to the point, and then they did it with Mickey Mouse too. There's a modern Mickey Mouse that has more
modern Mickey Mouse.
They did it to the Ninja Turtles. I hate the new Ninja Turtles. They modernized them.
I think they're bringing back old Ninja Turtles.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, somebody's bringing back. But yeah, they're
The new Animaniacs isn't that different than the original, though.
It isn't, but they
smoother.
And the jokes are modern. That's what I mean. Like they make current pop culture jokes that hit more than
which is what they did back then.
Yeah,
I mean, now if you go back and watch the old ones, of course, it's not as up to date,
Yeah.
but you can remember when it was.
Yeah. I was just thinking
They're doing the same format. They just fast forwarded like 20 years.
I forgot about Flintstones and Jetsons and how old they were, and like the fucking Fred Flintstone smoking a cigarette in Winston.
But it is kind of sad that a lot of kids, because they're
Foghorn Leghorn.
well, because they're so old, and not necessarily old, but there's some stuff in there that I wouldn't necessarily deem problematic, but over the years has been deemed problematic that they've just erased. So Flintstones, a lot of stuff's already gone. You know, like you probably won't see it. It's already out of rotation. And there's a lot, and it's a lot easier to make shows. So a lot of newer shows are coming out like, you know, the one that makes me laugh that is a huge hit, and I was watching with my daughter this morning, and they're doing a St. Patrick's Day special, is Puppy Dog Pals. Comedian Harlan Williams show on Disney Plus, or Disney Junior, called Puppy Dog Pals.
Yeah.
And he's doing a whole St. Patrick's Day, and it's brand new, like 2022, and it's like the origin of St. Patrick's Day.
It's not, you mean Pound Puppies?
It's called Puppy Dog Pals. But it's comedian Harlan Williams. You'd never think of him having like a kid show, and he not only has he had one, but it's going to be coming up on like 10 years now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay, let me ask you this: why? Crystal told me the other day they're playing the Encanto soundtrack on the radio now, like on.
It's the number one song in the nation is Bruno.
Yeah, they're playing that on.
It has been for like 14
XL
weeks
or something, you know. And I was like, why? Like it's a good soundtrack, but it's never happened. I've never seen
Frozen.
this so popular. And Frozen happened. Okay.
And Moana.
Maybe I just wasn't aware.
But this one,
because my sons weren't into it.
This one's kind of dominating more in the fact that I think there's like.
This is more popular than Moana for sure.
It's more popular than all of them.
And Frozen too.
They've proven it, right? Like it broke the record.
Yeah,
so
it surpassed the record.
Because I think it's more than one song. You know, like Moana had like one really awesome song, and then a bunch of decent ones, and then Frozen had one really awesome song, and then decent ones, and this one has like five awesome songs.
Think about when Moana came out and You're Welcome. Like everybody was singing that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
one.
Like I think you just forget.
And the David
because
Bowie
the new one comes in.
The David Bowie inspired one, Shiny. Like
Yeah,
that
so
one.
shiny.
Yeah, he's basically just ripping off David Bowie as a big fat crab.
It just seems, and maybe it's just perception, and my sons are more into it than they were Moana because they were so young, but it seems like the Encanto shit is bananas.
May likes Encanto, but I'm really glad that she likes regular music more. I like Dodged a Bullet. I'm like,
it's a Disney movie.
It's just, I can't handle it anymore.
A cartoon Disney movie?
Yeah.
I can't handle the songs anymore. And you
Max asked to play the damn soundtrack all the time.
You sort of play into it because you told me once you've heard, like now you can smell out Lin-Manuel's songs because they're like formula.
Same kind of style.
Yeah, it's like now when I hear it, it's just I just think of him. And I can see his voice doing every song, and it's kind of ruining it for me. Yeah, it's weird.
Well, there is an equation that he seems to be falling into.
He's a genius.
He is, but it's like you could tell. It's like,
he knows exactly what he's doing.
The rapping part and then the singing part.
Yeah, someone made a good point. Lion King had a shit ton of songs on the radio.
Yeah.
Because it was Elton John.
Yeah. But that was back in the day.
That's a pretty good album.
And Phil Collins for Tarzan. That had a ton of songs on the radio too.
Yeah.
That was back in the day, I think, when
mid-90s.
They asked Elton John, like, it wasn't 100% about Lion King. It was just like...
No, he wrote that entire soundtrack for that movie.
I know, but he wasn't describing what's going on, like, in Encanto. Encanto is like literally the characters.
Yeah, it's the dialogue, too.
Yeah, he's just singing the circle of life. Hey,
now, Hakuna Matata was a conversation.
Okay, but yeah.
Fuck it.
But you can put the circle of life in a lot of movies and it would kind of fit, right? Like, because I feel like back then, like Elton John was like, I'm not writing some baby shit. I'll do a real song about the circle of life, and you could use it in the movie. Even though like they wanted him to write the soundtrack, it was just more of an adult. Like Circle of Life, I feel like is not a as much of a cartoony song.
No. It can stand alone.
Bruno.
Like the Family Madrigal or whatever the song. That song can only work in that. Like
movie.
Bruno can only work in that movie, like because you're gonna be like, well, who the hell is Bruno? Where Circle of Life is
the Family
generic
Madrigal,
enough.
they tell you every character, so that could be its own.
It
song.
is, but it's so hyper specific that you have. There's no way for you to use it to and use it towards your own life.
It tells the entire story of the movie in the very beginning.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't put that in another
song.
movie.
No, of course not. But it could be a standalone song.
It is, but you can't compare it to your own experiences. Like all you're gonna do is look at that song and be like, yeah, it told a story, and my family's boring. Whereas Circle of Life, you can take concepts out of it and apply it to things that are happening within experiences you're having, right?
Very
it's
open.
Broad. Yeah.
And we'll end with this. Because of my mumble mouth, I cannot say the lead
Homer.
character. No, the chick with the glasses that's like that saves the family. I can't say her full name.
I don't even know her full name. I've only seen it once.
Her name is Maribel.
Maribel.
Madrigal.
Maribel Madrigal.
Madrigal.
Maribel Madrigal.
I turned. Don't look at me. I'm a Maribel Madrigal.
I turned into Rocky. Seth,
hey, you guys.
Where is your karate tournament this weekend?
It's in Wesley Chapel, Florida, almost by Tampa.
You slapping dads at this one?
No, this is the one I don't want that was a lot of stress competing and coaching.
And then
12,
you got no fight.
Students. So I'm just gonna just coach this time.
Okay, good.
I'm retired.
Nice. Oh, you retired again.
I retired
again.
Unless baby slice.
Unless baby slice.
Okay.
But yeah, that's this weekend. I got I think I got 12. 5 kids and 6 or 7 adults.
Nice. Congratulations.
So.
How can people join your gym?
They can join it by going to karateoforlando.com, sending me a message, or going to my Instagram, Karate of Orlando, shoot me a message. I just signed up. Oh, I told you guys the other day I signed up 18 kids at a school, which is really cool.
Nice.
We got that going. So we got close to 50 kids now in there.
That's fantastic.
Nice. Yeah, it's really cool.
Well done.
You know what there's money in if you set up corporate retreats like a Dunder Mifflin.
Yeah.
But you
what?
Yeah, Ninja Weekend.
There's money in corporations. They send their sales team or their sales force.
Can we go to Dan Cummins' summer camp? For
our
company?
I want to go.
Yeah. I thought, man, that's going to be hard to organize and pull off because I was telling Daniel, I was like, man, it's a great idea.
It's a beautiful idea.
But it's
a lot of moving parts.
It gives me anxiety just thinking about it.
We use the cruises because all that shit is built in
Right,
the cruise. So
course.
they have all this. He's gonna have to build in all the activities. That's hard as hell.
Or buy it. Build it or buy it.
Maybe he's just not as lazy as we are.
Yeah. It could be that.
He has a bigger,
listenership,
more
money.
More money, more employees.
Bigger arms.
Bigger arms.
Larger arms.
I am giving up a lot of money not doing a spring camp and a summer camp. They always want me to do spring camps.
Why are you so lazy, bro?
Dude, that's just so much. I'm literally going to be babysitting all day. That's a lot.
Yeah, but basically it's just
Tracy to do it.
babysitting.
People
But you want kids, right?
I don't want 50 of them.
Yeah, but then you huddle them up in some sort of gym or warehouse, and then you lock the door so they can't get out, and then you throw a couple balls. I dropped my sons off.
I can do what my sensei did.
You just put on Encanto.
I
pizzas.
Put on samurai movies where they're literally gutting each other and killing each other.
Yeah.
That's what I watched when I was a little kid.
I took Tommy and Max to a sports camp. I put air quotes up, and then Chris was like, I signed up Tommy and Max for sports camp. I'm like, great. They need some grit. They need to start doing shit. They're too lazy.
Sports camp.
And this is last summer or 2 summers ago. So, Haida crew. And so we go there. And
this is Bitcoin Randy sports camp, motherfucker.
and then there's some adults, whatever, and then just like a gym that they rented out. It was in the summer. They rented out like a school gym.
They rented out of that old burned out sushi restaurant, Izzy-Bon, up here on the lake.
Oh, you know, I tried to get that.
And then the first day, I was like, let me see what's going on in this so-called sports camp. And then
so you had a ninja outfit, you're peering through the window.
I walked them up, and then we opened the door. It was fucking
Chaos.
a bunch of kids throwing. There's balls and jump around like, ah! And then there's...
You can't be around other kids like this. They're animals.
There was just a bunch of other, like, I say adults, but they were
camp counselors are having sex in the corner,
like teenagers.
smoking weed.
They were just guarding the door so they couldn't get out.
So they couldn't get out. Like,
and then I'm like, this is not fucking
prison guards.
What's not sports camp? They're not teaching them any goddamn sports.
Squid Game sports.
It's just that they threw a bunch of balls in a goddamn warehouse and they blocked the door. So and then it come back 6 hours later.
Well, do you want them to have grit or not?
That's true.
Why? They're not teaching them anything. They're just
teach. That's more money.
But if you protect them from every 6-hour warehouse encounter they have, they'll be weak forever.
I can't believe you put them in that. You wouldn't come bring them to do the grappling at the jungle or karate.
I know.
You're such a weird dude, man.
No, well,
that's the
he doesn't like to support his friends.
I know.
I think you should all three sign up, and
I'm not even going to charge you much.
Chop.
That's
all he's been waiting for. That's all he's been waiting for.
It's not about the money. It's about bringing my sons over there.
Oh, God forbid! I have 3-minute drive.
Do you have a van? You should pick. You're like karate van.
What day is it?
I can't do that.
What day do I have to go? Can I go Wednesday?
Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays.
What time on Wednesday?
Saturdays. He can't do Saturdays.
5 to 6.
5 to 6. Okay, and then.
And then 10:30 to 11:30 on Saturdays if you have.
He can't do that. No, can't do it.
So 5 to 6 Mondays and
His
Wednesdays.
kids don't even get up till 11 Saturday.
Yeah,
So
you
then-
got any late classes? You got any nighttime action classes?
Yeah, of course.
And then how many
6 to 7, 7 to 8.
No,
you
you
teach
teach
it,
like
Tracy?
a 9:30
I
to
teach it.
10:30
It's
at
me,
night.
Tracy, and Javier every single time with all those kids.
Can I request
we got it
Tracy
good.
as my teacher?
Then I got to buy him a gi and some
The
belts.
gi's included with the initial down payment.
But is it a
Down
good
payment.
gi? Is it a good one or is
No,
it,
yeah, no,
is
no.
it
I
like
got a good
Used.
paper gi?
No, I actually do give good middleweight gi. There's lightweight, middleweight, heavyweight. I give middleweight gis as starter gis. And they're good. They're
Middleweight
quality.
gi.
So
Yeah,
if they,
quality gis.
but if they start all the other kids, they know the shit already. They're gonna come in.
What do you mean? There's always kids starting. There's like 3 or 4 kids that just started last week.
But
right
they're
now,
bullied.
there's always new kids.
They start the class by bullying the new kids. All right, we got some new students.
Got some
Get
new
up here.
pussycats here.
Yeah, I got some new pussycats. You start slapping their balls. Bend over, pull your pants down, slap their balls. Red.
I'll talk to you after the show. 'Cause
Tracy's
Monday, Wednesday.
Tracy's the one that's like on him too. She's
Oh, really?
like, get in Masubi. You were
Get
told
him.
to look straight ahead.
I'll tell you right now, if Tracy told me to get in Masugi, I'll do anything. I get Masugi, Madoogie, Lagoogie. All of it. All the doogies.
Is there some like folding chairs in a parent watch area?
There is. I do not like them to stay, but there are chairs.
Are you going to
folding
stand there and
chairs.
look in the window and then whenever and they're like, I'm like,
oh,
punch! You need to punch it harder.
I don't like it because it distracts them. Like in school, you don't sit and watch them take class and do the school, do you? Like you leave, you drop them off.
So you don't know what he does. You
So-
don't know what the kid does.
But you can. It's
drop 'em
available.
off
Most of the parents do that.
How long do I have to kill? 1 hour? What do I
Like,
do?
Or there's a coffee shop next door. There's
go to a bar.
It's Mills 50.
That's what most parents
Go to
do.
the dance class.
Yeah,
like
Wally's
2
is
doors
right down the street.
Yeah.
Dance class 2 doors down.
I'll sit in
Just
my
go
truck.
over to Will's Pub.
He's gonna be on his TikTok in his
What?
truck.
I'll meet you down at Will's Pub.
Oh.
There you go.
We'll just get some paps and sit out on the patio and enjoy
You guys
the
can
day.
bring beer in the dojo and drink it as you watch the
Would
kids.
you let us bring
Oh my
beer?
God.
If we start driving sign-ups, would you let us be the beer dads and we just hang out?
If you put it in some brown paper bags.
Yeah, I'll put
Only
it
if-
in a traditional Japanese beer mug or something. I'll blend in.
Sam, you got semantics this weekend?
Yeah, so this evening we'll be recording with Kenny and Matt from the Two Moofs podcast. Some of you
What?
have heard
Oh.
Kenny.
How were you
on this
able to
show.
nail down the moves?
Oh man, it was hard. Let me tell you.
You got both the
I
moves?
got
Yeah,
both
it's
moves.
hard. They're a moving target.
Double moves. Yeah. And follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/semantics media. We might be on there this weekend.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll try out the Oculus.
They're always screaming and doing crazy stuff. You can't wait till
addicted
she
to that
tries
stuff.
it.
Oh, she hasn't tried it yet?
I mean, I've tried it here.
Oh, but no, like in your house alone doing stuff.
Correct.
Oh my God, this guy.
Sam, you gotta try.
Yeah, Sam will be the one that'll get to try it out.
I want to do it with Sam.
My wife just likes a nerd game.
Check out our BDM show.
We'll meet up in the Tom and
Oh
Dan
yeah, can you meet up in the
studio.
VR
Okay,
studio?
I have an idea where we all use our Oculus, everybody
Together.
here, and we all meet up in a room,
That
and
would
then we
be
do the
fucking great.
show. Why
That
do
would
you
be
just
so
spin
great.
everywhere?
Yeah,
And
just-
we meet up in a room, and you have to make your avatar, Tom, and you walk in, hey, what's up, guys? And then you do your fingers up, and it'll make confetti go, and then when you do thumbs up, it makes smiley faces go. When you're in the horizon, this is if you go like this, it goes confetti, and then if you go like this, it
I haven't
goes
gone in there yet. I need to go in there.
Horizon
not that
venues.
good.
Horizon World.
Worlds, right?
Yeah,
I haven't.
Worlds is cool.
It's only like
Venues is better. You just
Is
talk
it?
to people.
Oh, okay.
Why is it only waist up with the avatar? Why are they floating like
Can you imagine
waist up
things
bodies?
It would be too much. I think it'd be just way too much on the screen for everybody's feet to be animated.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So then
the processing power would just be. They're doing a lot with a little. I mean, it's a pretty powerful little unit for 200 and some change. You know,
Yeah.
like it does a lot. But I do like that you're not satisfied.
I just wondered. I was like, it's a weird waist up, and they put some legs on them.
Yeah, it is a little weird. It's especially weird because I don't do. You can move different ways. You can move where you aim and you just like kind of appear there, or you can move so you float. And I float, and I use my head.
Use your head to go, right?
Yeah, and I use
that's
my
right.
head to walk around, and I like try to act as if I'm living in the meta. I wave to people when I'm walking by them.
I do that
I
too.
chirp. I look at them like.
When I was
"What's up?"
meditating, I was reaching out and trying to grab like the big floating mushrooms and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
I walk by
Yeah.
people in videos.
I
I'll
wish
be-
you could touch
If
them.
they're talking, I'll be like, "Hey, what's going on, guys? Anything good going on today?" Hey, what's up?
If you want to sign up to become a BDM, or if you are a BDM, we got an announcement on this Monday's BDM show that's just for BDMs for the foreseeable future.
Yes, sir.
And it's something we've always wanted to do, so check out Monday's show if you want to hear that.
Pretty damn cool.
And check out our merch page if you want any Tom and Dan merch. Guys, we'll see you next week.
Wait a minute, I can't publish that. It's mediocre.